a lot of times during the broadcast we say our wide receivers and our running backs. We say their name a lot, and it's kind of hard to say our offensive linemen. Every once in a while we'll see a nice kick out block, but they really work as a unit. And so when you give them props, it's like, hey, our offensive line is doing great. But our offensive line last week kind of paved the way for 256 yards on the ground, 7.5 yards per carry, and 6 touchdowns. And when I say offensive line, I'm talking about our starters: Jackson Mann, John Turner, Stacy Shaw, Micah Mosier, Bo Gregory, and, of course, our tight ends that come in, Ridge Coates and Russell Cooper. I want you to talk.
And so, again, they had a solid defensive line, and our guys just, again, communicated well, played good technique, and got after it. And so, opened up the holes and made a lot of good things happen for our running backs.
Well, I want to talk about, it wasn't just a running game. We didn't allow any sacks either. Allowed Luke to be incredibly efficient.
Had a big night.
Yep. One of my favorite series that we had, I think it was in the second half, and we were going kind of left to right from the home side, and we were in Dragon territory. We won the game 50-16, but John Turner from the left guard position pulls out, and then Jude tucks in right behind him. Picks up, 15 yards or so. Then we run that play again. John runs out, Jude follows. And then we run the play again 3 times in a row. The same play where John just paves the way for his brother Jude. It was just really cool to see, how that worked. Ended up getting the touchdown on the 3rd time.
Yeah, that's big. And that's one of those things I'm going, because I noticed that in practice yesterday, and I was like, we've got to get a photo of that at some point in time. And so, we got to be ready for that shot, because we have 3 combos of seniors that have younger brothers on the team, but to get that of your lineman older brother blocking for the younger brother, that would be a photo to cherish there. But they again, that's big when you can do the same play several times in a row and continue to cash in on it.
Yeah, and I was telling one of my friends who's a coach in the area about that. I just told him it was pretty cool, and he was like, "Oh, so y'all just run it to the right and then to the left?" And I was like, "No, to the right, to the right, to the right." So it was pretty neat to see. As far as working as a unit, working together, I thought our linebackers had a good game too. I thought Cooper Russell, he ended up with 9 tackles and a sack. Ridge Coates, 3 tackles and a block punt. And Eli Gray, 4 tackles and a sack. Along with our defensive line, Stacy Shaw, Landon Waller, Hudson Weems, Jackson Mann, and even Micah Mosier got in there a little bit, maybe a couple other guys. But those guys, I thought they really played well against that running attack from Mangum.
They did. Felt like Mangum had the best running back we had seen this year through the first 8 games. And again, the biggest thing you want to do defensively is eliminate the big play. And they made some. But, again, for the most part, we were able to keep them in check to where it was not every series. And so to get a 3-and-out, and get them off the field quick, that was big for our defense to allow that to happen a couple of times.
So we at the end of the first quarter, we lead the game 7-0. We've got a ball game on our hands, But the second quarter, we score 3 touchdowns. We're up 28-0, and then Mangum scores to make it 28-7. But the second quarter, I think we've scored about 44% of our points this season in the second quarter. So the first quarter is kind of like, filling things out and seeing what works and what doesn't work. But in the second quarter, man, it's just attack on offense. So
that's been a good quarter for us this year, no doubt. And because again, most games you go back to, they're all tight right there in the first quarter. And again, second quarter has been a good one. That their offense has been able to make some big plays, defense get some stops, and so and then again, Gavin putting the ball in the end zone, winning that field position battle. That's been a huge factor in things as well.
Yeah, that's where I was going to go next, because what I've learned from this season is it's hard for a team to go 80 yards and score on our defense. And I've kind of said bend, don't break, but like you said, you just don't allow the big play. When you have 80 yards to go, it gets real tough to score on our defense.
It does. And Mangum, had a shorter field. I think they returned that kick somewhere around midfield on their first scoring drive, and so So again, yes, Gavin's a weapon that when he puts it in the end zone, they have to go 80 yards. There's lots more room, opportunity for error by the offensive side. That maybe again we can make some plays and prolong the drive and create a turnover or something.
Yeah, I thought field position was a huge factor in the game on Friday, and I do want to say this: I think Mangum's a really good team, and I think they have a chance to compete for a state championship in Division IV non-select. So when people see the score, they're going to say, "Wow, Mangum's just but that's not the case.
Now Mangum, I'll say it still. First 8 games we played, Mangum's the best team that we played. I mean, again, their defensive line, their offensive line. I mean, you turn on the film and it shows.
Mm-hmm.
And again, even watching it, post game as we grade and stuff, their guys, they come off the ball, get after it, and they got a great coaching staff, and they're gonna make a run in Division IV.
Yeah, I thought our guys executed very well, pretty much across the board. But it'd be hard to talk about this game without mentioning number 0, Patrick Turpin. What a game he had the other night. It kind of started off early with a big hit early in the game, but he ends up with 77 receiving yards and a touchdown, 99 return yards, almost a touchdown. We had a penalty that brought that one back. He had an interception. He had that big hit. He had several tackles on defense, and Gavin kicks one down to like the 1, and it kind of the ball flops around, and Patrick goes down there and makes a tackle. So people talk about 3 phases of football. There's probably 4 because you got your special teams return and your coverage. And he was the player of the game in my opinion, and on all 4 phases in football, I thought he did great.
I'd agree with you on that. He did. That was a huge game. That again, and it's little things. You notice the big hit, but first play of the game, he did a great job of just technique, battling with the receiver and fighting to keep outside leverage to make the running back turn in and allow the rest of the defense to help out. But he's just the kind of kid that does things right. And I tell you, I've been just super pleased with his punt returns this year. And no, he's I hate that he had his one called back, his first punt return touchdown called back, and yes, Tate set the record last year with however many returns and stuff like that. But what Patrick's doing that's so valuable is he's fielding the punts, and person doesn't realize how much again that wins field position, because if you let it hit the ground and then bounce another 20, you just lost 20 yards. Mm-hmm. And so just the fact of him fielding the punt and then adding yards to it on the run, to have, I think 4 that he fielded the other day and almost 100 yards in returns, that's a lot of field position. And so Patrick he did a great job. Again, he's just one that does things right.
So watching Mangum on film going into this game, my thought, I'm just an armchair quarterback, and learn a lot of football from playing Madden. But, just from the outside looking in, I said, we're going to have to be more physical, than we've been with any other team all season. We're going to have to at least match or exceed the physicality that Mangum's going to bring. And, Coach, I thought we did that. I thought we did that the other night. So
I agree. And that was what our theme was all week, that on a scouting report, most physical team wins. And I thought our guys were more physical in all phases of the game. And I thought that was the difference in the game. And so it was great to see our guys play with that intensity.
Yeah, and kind of bring their physicality up to a different level. Our running game, making third consecutive game over 100 yards, 15 carries, 156 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And he just had that kind of that 56-yard run that was just unbelievable. The way that he avoided tackles, spun off of them, made his cuts. But he didn't play as much in the second half. But it sure is nice to have a guy like Jude Turner come in there, 12 carries, 92 yards, and 3 touchdowns. We talked about the offensive line really opening things up for them, but talk about your 2 running backs, Coach. I mean,
yeah, they just continue to get better each and every week, and to have 2 guys where you can't just concentrate on one, again, that is a great weapon. But leg drive, one thing you look at when you see a running back, do they go down on first contact? Or do they battle through the first tackler? And both those guys are are doing a great job of continuing to keep their leg drive and protecting the football and just making things happen.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of a theme for your receivers too. You know, you mentioned Patrick. Patrick's hard to bring down. Cam Vuillon's hard to bring down. You know, it was kind of neat to see Luke Edwards get involved in the passing game early with those comeback routes, and then that kind of opened things up for Luke. Luke finished the night 10 of 13, 184 yards, and a touchdown. Also had 27 rushing yards and a rushing touchdown. And so these guys, you know, are making I love watching this team because they make each other look good. You know, there's some type of cohesiveness.
There is, and again, they have good chemistry. Our offense is, again, I feel like that they're really clicking. That again, it's lots of different weapons. It's not just dependent on one person. There's lots of different weapons, and they're just in sync with each other. And you know, Coach Madrin's doing a great job with the offense, and again, those guys are just really gelling together and clicking, and you know, that's exciting to see. You know, at this time of the year that they just continue to get better.
Two more questions. The first one is third down defense. Mangum was 2 of 12 on third down conversions. And if you got an offense like we're talking about here with your running backs and your receivers and a quarterback that's as efficient as Luke was, it sure is nice to get them back on the field. Your offense your defense can get those stops on third down. 2 of 12. That's teams are 21% on the season against this defense on third down. That's pretty good compared to our offense, which is almost 56%.
The money downs are huge, and that's one thing. That our defense emphasizes is understanding the money downs and winning the money downs. And, Coach Bentley calls the defense on game night there and just does a good job of mixing things up and scheming where different guys are bringing pressure. And again, our guys, they study film and prepare, and so that's huge to win those money downs like that.
All right, so I got one more question, and it's kind of an injury update. Saw Eli Gray go out of the game. Gavin's been getting treatment this week, and Macon, he's kind of he sat out against Beekman Charter, had a great game last week. So if you could, Coach, just fill us in on what you can with those guys.
Nothing major right now. Everybody's just kind of day to day, and again, blessed that there's nothing major right now. So again, it's just day to day, getting some physical therapy, getting well, stuff like that.
All right. Well, Coach, thank you for talking about this game, and we're going to take a break. And after the break, we're going to talk with our left tackle and our right tackle, Jackson Mann and Bo Gregory. So stay tuned for the rest of the McDonald's Weekly Coaches Show. We'll be right back.
There are 2 Big Mac burgers now? Never had a Big Mac.
If you're gonna try your first Big Mac, you gotta go with the original. Can't go wrong with the classics, right?
Nah. If you're gonna try something new, go with the new Chicken Big Mac. It's got special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, and 2 chicken patties
on a sesame seed bun.
Stop saying everything I'm saying. I'm not.
Yes, you are. No, you are.
No, you are.
So what will it be? The Big Mac or the Chicken Big Mac?
Yes.
The Chicken Big Mac. It's not a Big Mac. Get it while you can.
Welcome back, Eagle fans, to the Week 9 OCS Football Coaches Show. It's such a pleasure each week to sit down with Coach, but also to spotlight some of our seniors. And today I have our right tackle, number 58, Bo Gregory, and our left tackle, number 54, Jackson Mann. You guys are our bookends each week, man. And y'all have done a great job this season. It's been so fun to watch our offense put points on the board like crazy. And from the stands, a lot of times we see the receivers and the running backs and the quarterback, and you guys don't get it shouted out as much. And but people that know football can see how good of a job you guys are doing. And so that's the first thing I want to say is great job this season. We're sitting at 8-0 on the season. Big win last week against Mangum, in large part due to the way that our offensive line played. But you guys played sparingly last year. You were kind of rotational players. You go in and out, on the offensive line. And I think, Jackson, you played some defensive line last year. But coming into this season, I think both of you knew that you had a great opportunity to be an every down player on the offensive line at the tackle position. So I'll start with Bo. Bo, what did you do to prepare for that this season?
I mean, it's a lot of long hours in the weight room. After last year, it's kind of a wake-up call. Like, I need to get something together, like, because I knew we had a chance to be great this year, and I didn't want to waste that opportunity.
Okay, what about you, Jackson?
Well, I really found a passion for working out junior year, so I did a lot of that this summer. I go to the summer workouts, and then afterwards I'd work out again, really getting bigger and stronger, and I would learn what I'm doing.
Yeah, and you guys have to you got to be able to endure 4 quarters of football. I guess the good thing is we hadn't had to play all 4 quarters at 100%. We've had some blowout wins this year, and but you guys have done a great job preparing yourself for the seasons, running those hundreds. Does that bring back any PTSD or anything like that?
Not really. It's just kind of routine at this point.
Yeah, no, that's good to know. That's good to know. And so you guys are out there, and everybody sees you out there playing, doing your thing, and Jackson, I think you're playing some on defense this year. It seems like more and more each game. How's that been?
Rough. I think me and Stacy both got close to 100 plays last week. It's fun. It's very tiring, but I was having a great time. I look, got sad when they took me out in the end of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and so we've it's good because we've had to do that. I think you and Micah. Micah's played a little bit there, and so we've seen you guys out there on the defensive line as well. But mostly what you do is at the tackle position. But that's not all there is to you guys, and I think everybody that knows you knows that. And so, Bo, what is it that you like to do outside of school? Other sports, hobbies?
I mean, I'm just a football guy, but I love to hunt and fish. I mean, hanging out with my friends on the weekends. Yeah.
What about you, Jackson?
I like to hunt, fish, play games, sleep, hang out with my family and friends. And other sports, I throw shot put and disc for track.
All right. Very cool. I saw something cool online the other day. KNOE did a kind of like a highlight reel from the game on Friday, and before you go out the tunnel, somebody's leading that cheer. How'd that come about?
Well, I guess somebody does it every single year, and I asked Ben if I could do it this year, and then I asked all the other seniors if I could do it. So me and Bo were originally rotating between it, but I don't think Bo liked his voice getting all scratched up. So.
Oh, it was pretty cool, and it seems to work. You got some good stuff, going on. All right, so you got 2 regular season games left. Then we're going to make a playoff run. Hopefully, all the way to New Orleans and to the Dome. I'm sure that's the goal this year, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I think so. I think we have the team that has a chance to do that. But then, you got to start preparing for what's going to happen after high school. So I'll start with Jackson this time. What are you planning for next year? What opportunities do you have for after high school's over?
Well, I plan on going to Tech for nursing, getting a nursing degree, and then hopefully going to a medical school afterwards to become a orthopedic surgeon. And for track season, I'm going to try to get a scholarship for shot put.
Okay, so you're going to try to do multiple things at Tech, and hey, have a great career. Yeah. What about you, Bo?
After I graduate, I plan to go to ULM and major in kinesiology, and then after that, go to PT school.
All right, very cool. Well, we look forward to watching you guys this Friday against Faraday. I know you are looking forward to this game, and talk to Coach just a little bit, or going to talk to Coach a little bit about not looking forward to Oak Grove, not overlooking Faraday. Has that been a challenge this week a little bit, or we are pretty much locked in?
It's been something they've brought up a lot, how this week is all we need to look at for now, and I've been focusing on this week so far.
Very good, very good. Well, there you have it, guys. Number 58, Bo Gregory. Number 54, Jackson Mann. Our bookends on our offensive line. Done a great job this season. Look forward to what they're going to do the rest of the season and into the playoffs. So, guys, I want to thank you for maybe you got some meat pies over there that smell really good. We're at break right now, and so I'm going to let you get to those. Look forward to watching you guys on Friday. Appreciate y'all taking time to come on to this coaches show and get a chance for the fans to see you. We'll be right back after this break to talk to Coach Fitzhugh about the upcoming game against Faraday. So stay tuned.
There are 2 Big Mac burgers now? Never had a Big Mac.
If you're gonna try your first Big Mac, you gotta go with the original. Can't go wrong with the classics, right?
Nah. If you're gonna try something new, go with the new chicken Big Mac. It's got special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, and 2 chicken patties
on a sesame seed bun.
Stop saying everything I'm saying. I'm not. Yes, you are. No, you are. No, you are.
So what will it be? The Big Mac or the Chicken Big Mac?
Yes.
The Chicken Big Mac. It's not a Big Mac. Get it while you can.
Welcome back to the Week 9 Coaches Show as we look forward to another district matchup against a good team, the 6-2 Ferriday Trojans they are. And, they had a great season until they ran into to the Mangum team that we played in Oak Grove, and so I do want to ask about them. This is a road trip, Coach. So there's a couple of things about this that I want to mention. The field in Ferriday is called Metz Field, and we're playing this game on November the 1st, and that just looks weird that we're already playing November. One, because it seems like the season's flying by. Two, the weather, So it is November football, so it's a big time in the season. We got a long trip ahead of us, but even more than that, I was trying to think if we've seen rain since the Bayou Jam. Maybe once, but we got some rain coming in. We're playing on a natural surface. What do you look forward to about this game and the conditions?
Well, I say, we're both playing in the same conditions. That's one thing that is totally equal. Faraday has an outstanding ball team. I mean, quarterback Caleb Ellis has about 1,800 yards plus passing on the season, over 25 touchdowns. They have athletes all over the field, and that's the report as well for Mangum and Oak Grove. Talking about Faraday is just the talent that they have. They have several receivers that are 6'3", 6'4", but then their leading receiver is Jefferson right now. Wears jersey 10, and he's one that he's one of their best athletes that will run any kind of route and go get the ball. And several running backs. They don't feature just one running back. They have several running backs that they get the ball to, whether handing off or giving a quick pass. And they're loaded up with athletes. And those same guys, a lot of them play defense and run to the football well. Good, just overall great team speed. That is the report that I've received from the teams that have already played them is they're a dangerous team. And again, their only 2 losses on the season are to Oak Grove and Mangum, which they played at each of those places. So they're undefeated at home this year. They're going to have a big crowd. It's senior night for them. And so we know that they have an outstanding ball team, and they're going to be ready to play.
Well, I'm looking through the media guide that we get each week, and one thing that stands out to me, because it doesn't happen very much, is we have a losing record against Faraday historically. We're 1-3, and I think you were there for all those games that we played. And so my concern is, we come off a big win against Mangum, and then you kind of look at the schedule. You see Oak Grove week 10.
We're ahead of you.
Yeah.
I already had those concerns on it. I already addressed that last week after we beat Mangum on Friday night. That we're not looking ahead to Oak Grove. We have a very, very good Faraday football team, and that's what we have talked about this week is staying focused and us OCS getting better this week. That again, Faraday is a dangerous team. This is a trap game. We don't shy away from it. That they have 2 losses in district, but we've got to get better this week, and we're playing a very, very good Faraday football team that, again, averaging close to 40 points a game. Great group of athletes, and so no, we're ahead of you. We're focused on that as well.
Yeah, I also noticed they have a lot of seniors that play on offense. I think they have 6 or 7 seniors that'll start on offense, and they score points. I also saw on film where they're dangerous in their return game. If those guys get the ball in their hands, you're going to have good coverage, or they can take it all the way back. And so I look forward to it. I did have a player on Friday night after the game, after the win, say, "Oh, I can't wait for Oak Grove." I was like, "Hey, not so fast." I was like, "You got to take care of business." I mean, if you're supposed to be, this good and supposed to be undefeated going to Oak Grove, you got to take care of business before. And I figured you did not overlook that. So with all the starters on offense, the senior starters on offense, they are going to be a tough team to play, and I know you're going to get our guys prepared. You mentioned some of the players that they have and their schedule, and this is our longest road trip of the season to this point. There may be something in the playoffs that'll be further. So what do you guys do? Just from a kind of an administration standpoint, how do you guys prepare? What all is involved in preparing for a road trip like this?
Well, different situations. Like for this one, you have to your pregame meal you want to eat sometime between 3 and 4 o'clock. Well, there's not a whole lot of places between here and Faraday to stop for a pregame meal, and so our high school kids finish lunch at 1 o'clock. So we're not going to turn around and eat a pregame meal at 1:30, but they'll have lunches that we'll pack and that we'll get from Daily Press, and then we'll hand them to them as we get on the bus to head out around 3. They can eat their own lunch between 3 to 3:30ish, and we will head down there. It is about an hour and a half or so down there, so we plan on arriving around 4:30, again, getting our guys taped and regular routine and stuff like that from there.
Well, I just got to say, Miss Kim Stinson, she takes care of us in the booth. She makes sure we have our rosters and all the information. And I know it goes a long way when it comes to things like this.
Oh, Kim's the boss. We make no bones about it. Anybody watching the field house always points and there's the boss.
Yeah, that's right.
She does a great job that so many things go unnoticed because it's like, hey, Kim, we're going to need to do this. And she takes care of, okay, who's getting what kind of sandwich, what time we're going to have them here, who's picking them up, and everything like that, in addition to doing the laundry as she does and our weekly reports and, feeding the other teams when they come to OCS. That's something that she takes care of is making sure that how many players do they have on the opposing team. We're going to feed them after the game. But, yeah, Miss Kim does so much that people don't know about. She's usually up here doing laundry after the ball game till at least 1 in the morning to make sure that our jerseys are good. And she checks every one. Okay, this one got ripped. We need to sew it up. Which, so she's on top of everything.
Well, people always ask, how is OCS so successful in football year after year and in other sports? Well, there's the answer right there. It's Kim Stinson. She keeps it all together.
No doubt.
So I do want to thank Miss Kim. Coach, I also want to thank you for your time. I know you've got a lot to do each week, and so I appreciate you coming on here and talking about football. I have a lot of parents come up to me and say, hey, I look forward to the coaches show, each week. And so I think it's pretty cool. If you don't have football, this is a good way to get football each week. And so we'll head down to Ferriday this Friday for a next-to-last district game, our Week 9 game, as we take on the Trojans. Make sure you get there on time. Bring a poncho if you need to. David Gordy told me they have a pretty nice facilities as far as stands. And
they had plenty of room.
Yep, so that'll be good. So we'll take on the Ferriday Trojans, try to move to 9.
Series of the 4 games, the Eagles don't trail in a lot of series.
No, that's.
I mean, someone may be close, but we always have an edge in all these series. Not against Faraday.
Yeah.
The Ferriday Trojans, we played them 4 times. They've won 3 of those contests, and we've won 1. And the series dates back to 1993. Most of these, well, I've had a chance to watch them, and they've all been good games. People like me say that they've been good games. Well, that's my opinion, right? Well, not in this case, because the margin of victory in all of these games has been 9 points if you take an average. A 9-point football game is anybody's game almost at any point. And I don't know how tonight's going to shake out, but I will tell you this. That's why we're going to play this football game tonight, is to find out who is going to win.
Well, this, like I said, this is a big game for both teams. And when I opened the media guide that Kim Stinson provides for us, that's the first thing that popped off the page is it doesn't happen very often when you look at it and you say, hey, we're behind in the series against this team. And it's also surprising that we've only played them 4 times. You mentioned not a long drive down here, but it is the longest road trip of the season for the Eagles, the regular season at least. And I tell you this, Dave, I drive over here twice in one day and back instead of going to West Marion, Mississippi. So if you know, you know. So like you said, it wasn't a bad road trip, but here we are, and we'll see how it shakes out.
The Eagles come into tonight's contest at 8-0, undefeated so far this season, 5-0 in district play, coming off a solid win over Mangum last week, 50-16. The Trojans enter tonight's contest at 6-2, 3-2 in district play, coming off a tough loss last week to the Oak Grove Tigers, 48-6. The head coach for the Ouachita Christian Eagles in his 27th season, Coach Stephen Fitzhugh. Coach Fitzhugh with a career record with the Eagles of 259 wins against only 80 losses. The head coach for the Ferriday Trojans is Walter Johnson. Coach Johnson in his first season with Faraday, and naturally has a career record of 6 wins and 2 losses. The Eagles, they finished their pregame warm-ups, drifted back into the locker room to get ready for tonight's contest. The Trojans, they're still out on the field working out some of the kinks. But when you look down from this press box and you look across the field at around the 35-yard line, who do you see? That's what almost the 35. Now he's right at the 35-yard line. We're going to go down to the sideline and check in with Mike Gray and a Marion State Bank sideline report. How's it going, Mike?
Man, this is a track down here. Look, the field's in decent shape as far as grip, grass, and all that. The water helped it, but it is pretty unlevel. I checked with the coaches to see if we might have taped the ankles a little extra tonight and things like that. Because, but like you say, we all have to play on it. So hopefully we'll have a good outcome, good night. The rain will hold off.
Absolutely. I'll tell you, Mike, it was, from up here in our vantage point, I mean, you look down and it looks to be in pretty rough shape. But when you get down on the field, I mean, it's a thin layer of maybe like Bermuda grass right on top of the sand. But, if you got the right cleats in tonight and the rain holds off, I mean, it's not a bad surface.
No, it'll be all right. We played on much worse, I can assure you, over the years.
Well, you and I go back a little ways. So we've made some of those trips, and nothing mean intended here, but we've made some of the trips over to Gilbert and to Bernice and some of the other places where, like you said, you needed to make sure your ankles were good and locked up.
Yep, for sure. I just hope we're ready and come out, get it going really fast, and just keep the throttle down.
Absolutely. Thanks a lot, Mike. Mike Gray with the Marion State Bank sideline report. Not too terribly far away from getting this contest underway, Daniel. Probably talking about 15 minutes or so as the Eagles into the locker room to get ready to get things started against Faraday. The Trojans doing a little bit of last minute preparation. Eagles, they come into tonight's contest. Well, you know what? The rankings mean pretty much nothing. Yeah. At this point, the only ratings that mean anything are the power ratings, and there's still a little bit of season left to do something about that. They're currently ranked number 5 in the state, according to the Class 2A Louisiana Sports Writers Association poll. The Trojans, they come in at number 16, according to the same poll. Number 5, making a road trip to take on number 16. We might have a football game to watch tonight.
Yeah, you mentioned the polls, and the LSWA is just, it's the writers' poll, and it's it's opinion-based. There's a lot of opinion-based polls. I've seen several where OCS is anywhere from, 4th or 5th in Division 4 select, all the way up to 1st or 2nd. And then when it comes to the power ratings, last week's game against Mangum, that was a big win. It was a statement win, and we made a major jump in the power rating polls, number 15 to number 10. The thing is, this win, if we win this game tonight, it's going to be as valuable as the win against Mangum when it comes to our playoff seeding. So, a 6-2 team, all the teams with their winning record on our schedule, except for General Trask, we're playing at the end of our season. So expect to see OCS climb with a win here tonight, and then hopefully even more so with one more game left on the schedule with a team with a lot of wins.
I got to tell you, it is, and it's true. But as a high school guy, high school player, you got to think about this. I mean, Faraday's got a good-looking football team on the football field right now. You and I have seen them go through their offensive set. I mean, this is a good-looking football team. Here's the thing: Eagles, huge win over Mangum.
Yeah.
Are the Eagles good enough to even play with Mangum? I don't know. Maybe they are. They totally soundly defeat the Mangum Dragons.
Yep.
Who's out on the horizon? Just lurking right out there. The Oak Grove Tigers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Big chance to play for a district championship at home against Oak Grove. And who's right in the middle?
Yeah, the Ferriday Trojans.
The Ferriday Trojans. And I'm telling you, Faraday's going to be ready to play football tonight. This is senior night.
It is.
Mom's here, dad's here, aunt's here, uncle's here.
The band's here. You can hear them.
The band is definitely here. But I'm telling you, this is one of those games where the Eagles are going to come out and they're going to need to get started. Early, and they're going to need to make sure defensively they don't let this Faraday team get out of the blocks, because if they do, this could be an interesting contest tonight.
This is the clear example of what's called a trap game, when you have a rival and you beat them soundly, and then 2 weeks away from that you have another a rival, like long time rival, and in between you got to make a long road trip to a pretty electric atmosphere down here in Faraday, and and I talked to Coach this week, and he's well aware of that. He's the one that called it a trap game, and that's what it is. So he's aware of that, and he's definitely done everything he could to prepare his players for that. But you're dealing with high school kids, and you can say whatever you want, but I know these kids are looking forward to playing Oak Grove. I just hope they're not looking so forward to playing them that they're overlooking this Trojan bunch right here, because the players on this team, there's some athletes, there's some size, there's definitely some speed, and they can hurt you in all three phases of the game. So we're going to have to come prepared and then be able to execute the preparations that were made this week.
Faraday's beat 6 football teams this year. All right. Eagle fans always want to know. They ask me during the week, they're like, hey, has Faraday got anybody? Are they any, and so, they always want to know what's it going to take to beat Faraday? Are they, well, here's the thing. I don't know what it's going to take to beat Faraday. I drove over. I'm talking with DH. I guarantee if I go down and talk to Mike Gray, he'd probably have an opinion. He's thinking about things. But you told me on the way over tonight, you know exactly how we win this football game. And so I challenge you now. You shared with me how we win. Share with everybody else Daniel's ways we win.
All right. Yeah. I think I got it. So last week against Mangum, we went in that game really not knowing what to expect out of this bunch. We've played, by all means, a pretty weak schedule up to that game, and I knew going into it that we were going to have to take a major step forward in our intensity and our physicality, and that's exactly what we did. People look at that score and think, oh man, Mangum must not be as good as we thought. No, Mangum's a good team. This OCS bunch really stepped it up. Honestly, they pushed Mangum around the field, and it was really interesting to see. And that was a really good defensive and offensive line last week. And so the challenge here tonight, the way we win this game, is we got to keep taking that step forward. Coach's mantra this year is to get better every single day. And so what he wants to do is we got to take a step forward with our intensity and our physicality. The second thing we have to do is we got to limit the big play. The big play has kind of been, anytime a team scored on us this year, it's been on big plays. A lot of big passing plays. This Faraday bunch is going to throw the ball around the field, and so we've got to maintain our coverage, and it starts with the back end of our defense. And so they're going to be tested tonight like they have not been tested all year. And finally, this is what you and I talk about. We got to run the ball effectively. We're going to, excuse me, I'm going to cough. We're going to have to lean on our offensive line, who played fantastically the last couple weeks, and we're going to have to run the ball. That's what it's going to take to win this game. You run the ball, you hold on to it, you control the clock, and you can come out of here with a win.
Well, the Ferriday Trojans have completed pregame warm-ups, and they're making their way out onto the field. As the Eagles are still hanging out in the locker room. They make their way out here in just a few minutes. Right now, it's about 10 minutes from getting tonight's contest underway. Nice contingency of fans making the trip over from Monroe tonight, braving the weather. I will say this, that there's probably a lot of fans, Ouachita Christian fans, that are extremely grateful for Coach Q and the boys.
Yeah.
Heath and his group over there under the tent bringing us a live stream tonight as their guys are out there on the cameras. They're waving at us over there. Hey, guys, how's it going? Absolutely.
That must mean we're on camera. They've got a camera pointed at us somewhere.
Yeah, probably so.
Yeah.
And that's yeah.
Oh, thumbs up. There we go.
Well, that's really good. But yeah, man, I'm telling you, that's what, there's a lot of people that don't want to make the trip tonight, can't make the trip tonight. I can't tell you how many people all season long have talked about how great it is to be able to watch Eagles at home or while they're traveling. And those guys provide such a valuable service. And if nobody else says thanks, I'm saying thanks right now for doing the job that they do. And they do such a great job at it. The Eagles, hey, they're still hanging out, not made their way out onto the field. A little mystery tonight.
Well, Coach Fitch left the field pretty quick after defense, and I think, anytime you have these types of presentations and stuff, I mean, it's going to throw a wrinkle in your pregame routine, which can be a challenge for some teams. But yeah, they headed back into the locker room, and they, like you said, they still have yet to come out.
Well, let's go down to the sideline and check in with Mike Gray at Marion State Bank sideline report. Mike, how's it going?
Who's he?
We'll come back to Mike. It sounds like Mike's got a call going, and I don't want to interrupt that.
Yeah,
it sounded like maybe it was like a scramble, is what it sounded like. Maybe an opportunity to play. I always enjoy a good scramble myself. But the Eagles still waiting to make their way out onto the field as we get close to getting tonight's contest underway. About 10 minutes away from official kickoff, and Coach Fitzhugh brings the boys out.
Oh yeah, here they come.
And here come your 2024 Ouachita Christian Eagles. Again, the Eagles making the trip over tonight, wearing green pants, white jerseys, green numbers, and of course the traditional Ouachita Christian gold helmet.
Our captains tonight that'll make their way out to the field here in a minute. Number 6, Eli Red. Number 12, Aiden Eldridge. Number 54, Jackson Mann. And number 58, Bo Gregory. Those are our 2 tackles. I had them on the coaching show this week. It was a lot of fun to talk to those two guys, Bo and Jackson, this week.
I'll tell you, it is really it seems to be the centerpiece of this Ouachita Christian offense, and we always give credit to the receivers, the quarterback, the running backs, and hey, you know what? OCS has got a lot of talented guys at the skill positions, and you and I have discussed that. Not only do we have 1 or 2 guys, we got a lot of guys that can play football on the offensive side of the ball. But you and I both know, and if anybody out there is listening, I can tell you, none of that matters if you don't give holes for the running backs to run through and time for the quarterback to throw the ball to those receivers. And this offensive line, beginning of the year, you and I both talked about how are we going to find we just lost our whole. I mean, where does this come from? And then here we are, week 9, and Coach Tim Mosier has managed again to figure out a way to put a quality offensive line together. Not only a quality line, but a line that is really getting it done up front.
Well, I mean, and the thing about an offensive line, it's not that we don't see how good they are. It's just that they, to be successful, they have to work together. I guess you can consider it a one-on-one matchup, but it's not. I mean, they have to take on the whole defensive line and the linebackers and open up those lanes. And our running backs are running on the season for over 9 yards a carry. And that doesn't come. I mean, if you have an offensive line that doesn't block, you can't run for 9 yards a carry. That's all there is to it. And so when we give credit to our offensive line, it's to all of them because they do a good job and try to shout them out as much as possible. But they are doing a great job. And there's something else that you and I talked about that I do want to mention real quick is, we're starting to sense something with this team about the camaraderie and the chemistry that we're seeing from this team because they lean on each other. Those running backs will lean on the offensive line and give credit to the offensive line. Those offensive linemen are happy to make holes and protect our quarterback. I mean, it's just a neat thing to watch, and we'll see how it, hopefully that'll hold true tonight as well.
All right, well, Daniel, we're going to take a quick break.
Yeah.
From here in Faraday, Louisiana, as we get ready for tonight's invocation and our national anthem. You're listening to Ouachita Christian Eagle Football on the Ouachita Christian Sports Network.
No.
Thanks for listening to Washita Christian Football on the OCS Eagle Football Network. And now back to the Farm Bureau broadcast booth.
Well, let's go down to midfield, and Mike Gray with the Marion State Bank sideline report. Tonight's coin toss.
Here's the visitors. You do the speaking, sir. Heads will be the Pelican, tails is the LHSA symbol. You're calling tails. He's calling tails. I'll show you in my hand. It is tails. It is tails. They have won the coin toss.
Tails never fails.
You're going to defer? We won the toss, and we'll be deferring to the second half.
All right, thanks a lot, Mike. Mike Gray with the Marion State Bank sideline report. The Eagles win tonight's coin toss and will defer and will receive the ball in the second half as they'll kick the football to the Ferriday Trojans. Daniel, was interesting to note that I do not remember, and of course we had kind of a lot of stuff going on pregame. I don't remember Patrick Turpin, I should say. I don't remember seeing, well, I definitely saw Turpin, but I don't remember seeing Gavin doing any kicking.
Guys at the end. 6:56 for the start 4 minutes.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting night of Faraday High School Trojan football, in which your Faraday Trojans are playing host to the 8th
Looks like handling the kicking chores for the Eagles is going to be number 15, Cam Voyon. And Voyon is who we did see taking warm-up kicks for the Eagles. And Cam will get this teed up at the 40-yard line. Trojans are going to send a couple of guys deep. One of them is going to be number 21, Marquez Washington. It looks like the other deep man is going to be number 6, C.J. Reed, as they'll stand at their own 10-yard line as Voyon gets ready to put this one into play.
Yeah, it looks like Gavin's going to get the night off tonight. Like you said, we didn't get him to see any. We did not get to see him take any punts or kickoffs pregame. We did see Voyon warming up. Voyon's a soccer player. He plays goalie for our soccer team. So I'm sure he'll do a suitable job filling in for Gavin Polk tonight.
Well, and the only thing, we've got a stoppage of play, but not really a stoppage, just kind of a delay in getting things started. I don't know if we're having an issue with the clock tonight.
He's a senior, stands at 6'5". Paul, I was stating earlier, he's a middle linebacker.
But in any case,
well, it looks like everybody's ready. The officials are trying to talk over some things down here in the end zone, the receiving end zone. And all right, here we go.
On the reverse side, the Eagles will receive the ball first in the second half. But we're looking for an exciting night of football, excellent night of football here in Ferriday, Louisiana. And I don't think it gets any better than Washington.
Cam Voyon is going to tee this one up for the Eagles at the 40-yard line.
Week 9 of this 2000.
We're going to get this football game underway at some point.
Season. So we're very anxious and we're very adamant about seeing everything that's transpiring tonight. Paul, I'm looking for a good atmosphere. 7 o'clock. All right, here we go, folks. Getting ready for
all right, there they go.
Voyon and the referees signal it for play. And here's the kick. It's going to be a short kick. Going to check up at about the 20-yard line. The Trojans are going to get their hands on this one. And on the return is actually going to be number 6, C.J. Reed. Reed will do a good job getting north and south, but the Eagles special teams, Daniel, doing a good job there. Gain of 6 yards on the return, and it's going to bring up first down and 10 for Faraday, as it looks like they'll spot this football at about the Trojan 23-yard line.
Yeah, the field is not muddy, but it is a little bit damp. That ball kind of skipped instead of bounced, but the freshman Tristan Raymond does a good job of making the tackle there. right around the 23-yard line, it looks like.
The quarterback for the Ferriday Trojans is number 4, Caleb Ellis. And Ellis is going to be joined in the backfield by number 5, Travion Edwards. They keep this one on the ground with Edwards. He may have picked up one, and he did, as they'll mark him just shy of the 25, right at the 24-yard line. So it's going to bring up 2nd down and 9.
Yeah, Cooper Russell and Ridge Coates from the linebacker position combined for the tackle there. Nice stop, nice assignment football there for our defense.
2nd down and 9 for Faraday. Ball at their own 24-yard line. Caleb Ellis in the gun. Gets a good snap from center, feeling a little bit of pressure, and Ellis will roll. Unloads this one on the far side of the field. It's complete. A nice throw and a really good catch on the far side of the field. It looked like number 2, Darion Brown, goes upstairs, Daniel, to get it, pulls it down, a gain of 12 yards and enough for a Trojan first down.
Yeah, zone coverage by the Eagles, and Brown just finds the soft spot and makes a really nice catch, goes up and gets it to move the sticks here on the first drive for the Trojans.
First down and 10 for Faraday. Ball at their own 36-yard line. Number 4, Caleb Ellis in the shotgun. Turns, hands this one inside, and that's going to be a problem.
Yeah, Stacey Shaw makes himself known.
Number 6, C.J. Reed, is going to get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Stacey Shaw does a great job up front for the Eagles that time, Daniel, and it is going to bring up 2nd down and 10 for the Trojans. And the Trojans are taking a pretty early timeout here. And, of course, all of our timeouts sponsored by the fine folks at Campbell & House, attorneys at law. Don't get played.
Call Wade.
Call Wade. 318-855-0285, 318-855-0285. I want to thank again the fine folks at Campbell & House, attorneys at law, for sponsoring all of our timeouts. Let's go down to the sideline and check in with Mike Gray and a Marion State Bank sideline report. Mike, how you doing?
Well, I got 2 answers for you. One, the delay for the game was because it wasn't 7 o'clock yet, and the referee said we're waiting until 7 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
Number 2, Gavin has just got a little sore leg. He said he'll be back next week. Ain't no big deal. So he's probably not going to be on the field tonight. He's riding the bike a little bit in case, probably, but he'll probably sit out tonight.
Sounds great. Thanks a lot, Mike. Mike Gray with the Marion State Bank sideline report. Good to have some information on Gavin. We did notice he wasn't participating in warm-ups, and now we know why. Pretty good reason why.
Yeah, the Trojan timeout looks like a chance for Coach Walter Johnson to correct something that he saw on that last play that he thinks they're going to need. That this offense is going to need to be able to run the ball, and he kind of was pretty animated talking to his team. So we'll see how they respond.
Ellis goes to work in the shotgun. Number 1, Jerry Griffith with him in the backfield. He's going to turn this one to Griffin. Griffin's got a little bit of running room, but, boy, I tell you what, the Eagle defense closes quickly. As Griffin does a nice job of getting upfield. He's going to pick up a yard on the play, or actually, he'll pick up maybe 2 yards on the play. So it is going to bring up a big 3rd down here for Faraday inside their own territory at the Trojan 38-yard line.
Yeah, Desai Bradshaw checks into the game. This is going to be our kind of coverage attempt to get some pressure on Ellis in the backfield right here.
About 10 minutes left to play here in the first quarter. No score in Faraday. Trojans traveling from right to left on your radio dial. Ellis will look to the sideline for the play call. 2 receivers to his right, 2 to his left. 1 running back with him in the backfield. Ellis gets a good snap from center. Looks, throws this one.
Good defense.
And that's going to be incomplete. Great coverage that time for the Eagles by number 4, Daniel. Actually, Connor Robinson, as he was locked up with his man, and that's going to bring up 4th down for Faraday. And it looks like they'll have to punt this football. The Trojans do send the punt team, and actually going to be handling the punting chores for Faraday is number 7, and that's actually Peyton Collins. Collins will stand at about his 25-yard line, and a very dangerous return man for the Ouachita Christian Eagles, and number 0, Patrick Turpin. Trojans running a man on late. It's 4th down and 8.
Oh, offside.
And that's going to cost Faraday 5 yards.
Yep.
It looked like Collins signaled for the ball, but one of the Trojans wanted to get a little bit of a head start that time, and that's going to cost Faraday 5 yards.
Yeah, one of the receivers jumped just a little bit early, and you mentioned how dangerous Patrick Turpin can be. Had a huge night returning punts last week. One a touchdown that was called back, but yeah, you want to keep your eye on this punt right here.
Collins gets his leg into this one. It's a good punt.
Oh, clear. Oh, great job.
Going to call for the fair catch, and Turpin does a great job. That's one thing I'm telling you. That is something that you can't praise enough, is seeing a guy running with his fair catch hand up there, signaling, running right into the teeth of these gunners. And you're hoping everybody sees that hand and they're going to stop, but you never know. Really, that's a great job by Turpin that time. Great field position. Punt covers 24 yards, no return. So it's going to be 1st down and 10 for the Eagles. First possession of the night. The Eagles are going to be traveling from left to right on your radio dial from here at our vantage point. Luke Vadrine, he's starting quarterback for the Eagles. Macon Leonard, the only running back in the backfield, we're actually going to be joined by an up back, and that's going to be Jude Turner. 2 receivers split wide to the left, 1 to the right. Luke will operate out of the shotgun. He'll call for the ball. Good snap from center, keeps this one on the ground with Macon. Macon is going to get hit and dropped right at the line of scrimmage. He'll pick up 2 yards, but good defense up front by the Trojans, and we've got an injured Trojan player, although he's up and under his own power now. Unfortunately, he's going to have to make his way to the sideline. So it's going to be a gain of 2, 2nd down and 8. First drive of the night for Ouachita Christian.
Good penetration by the Trojan defense. They get in the backfield pretty quickly. Watching this team on film, they have speed. They have speed on defense. Their linebackers are fast. Their safeties and their cornerbacks are fast.
9 minutes and 26 seconds left to play in the first quarter. No score in Faraday. Opening possession of the night for the Eagles. First one for the Trojans results in a punt. Vadrine in the shotgun. 2 running backs with him in the backfield. Turns, hands this one to Leonard. Leonard's got some running room, makes one man miss. He's across the 40. Going to be upended around the 35-yard line. Looks like they'll mark him just shy of the Trojan 35. Probably call it the 36-yard line. A gain of 18 yards on the play and more than enough for a community pharmacy first down.
Yeah, good blocking on the edge by this Eagle offensive line. Bo Gregory here on the right side. John Turner pulling around from the left side.
That offensive line is doing, I'm telling you, Daniel, they're doing such a good job and doing a good job early. First down and 10 for the Eagles. Ball at the Trojan 37-yard line. Vadrine in the shotgun. 2 running backs join him in the gun. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Luke calls for the ball. Good snap. Keeps this one. Nope, play action. Ooh. Throws this one. And it looked like Turpin may have had a little bit to deal with there before the ball did. But they'll keep the flag in the pocket. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, number 15 for the Trojans on the coverage, and he was right there. I mean, that was just one of those RPOs. Luke was looking at Turpin and almost completed the pass, but really good coverage by the Trojan secondary.
2nd down and 10 for the Eagles. Turner, Leonard in the backfield with Luke. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Vadrine will call for the football. Good snap from center. Keeps this one on the ground with Macon. Macon's got some running room. The 30, inside the 20, down to the 10, inside the 5. Touchdown, Ouachita Christian. Number 3, Macon Leonard is going to find a seam, Daniel. He gets up inside and then basically just kind of follows it the rest of the way. The touchdown run is going to cover 37 yards, and that's another Trinity Diamonds direct touchdown for Macon Leonard, the senior running back, as he gets the Eagles on the board early tonight.
Yeah, fantastic vision by Macon there. I don't know that anybody touched him on the way. He kind of weaved in and out of some of the defenders. Really nice run to put the Eagles on the board.
Voyon is going to come on now. Now the kickoffs are one thing, right?
Yeah. You
don't we got an extra point. No, we don't. And this is going to be a big extra point as Cam tries to put this through these uprights.
I believe in him.
Got a good snap, and he did get it through, but it looks like we're going to have a stoppage of play. I would say it's probably going to be offsides against the Trojans, but we'll have to wait and see. It is going to go against, it's going to be encroachment against Faraday.
Looks like we might go for 2 here.
And Coach Fitzhughes decided with only 1 yard to go, maybe we try for 2 here. Now, in all fairness, if you weren't watching at home, that kick from Voyan split the uprights, would have been good. So we do know one thing. Cam can kick an extra point.
He can get it through the uprights, but when you got 1 yard to go, I think it's a good call to roll the dice here and go for 2.
We've got an empty backfield, so apparently we're going to throw for this one.
They're going to be motion.
Vadrine in an empty backfield. Sends a man in motion across the formation. Fakes it, and he's going to go in for the 2-point conversion. And it's good. Eagles are going to take an 8-0 lead. A beautiful run by Leonard. 37-yard touchdown run. Great ceiling on the outside, too. I mean, you're talking about a great job of blocking Faraday defenders to get that thing sprung. And then once he did, Macon did a really, really nice job of running the football. Daniel set it up inside, bounced to the outside, was able to find the pathway that led him right into the end zone. And, of course, Luke takes it in from 1 yard out to increase the Eagle lead now 8-0.
Yeah, and you rewind a little bit before that. The Eagle defense gets a stop and gets really good field position. Patrick Turpin steps up into traffic to make a fair catch to set the Eagles up for a drive. And they come out of this, 1 possession each, and they're up 8-0.
8 minutes and 14 seconds left to play here in the first quarter. We want to thank tonight's first quarter sponsor, the Darren Dugan Agency. For all your home, auto, life, and business insurance needs, call Darren Dugan today. 318-807-2100. That's 318-807-2100. We want to thank the Darren Dugan Agency for their continued support of Ouachita Christian Eagle football and Ouachita Christian athletics. The Dugan Agency, a longtime supporter and sponsor of Eagle football. Thank Darren and his team at the Darren Dugan Agency. Cam Voyan will tee this up at the 40-yard line. Trojans will send 2 men deep. Cam gets his leg into this one. Short kick, going to be fielded by one of the deep men for the Trojans. That's actually number 21, Marquez Washington. Washington with a good return. He'll probably pick up about 10 or 11 yards. Donnie will have to give me the official number. It's 10, and it looks like they'll spot this one ready for play at the Trojan, let's call it 31-yard line.
Yeah, 31-yard line. Hey, one good thing about Cam Voyan kicking off is you got an extra man in coverage. I mean, he plays defensive back from time to time. Doing a pretty good job on kickoff so far.
First down and 10 for Faraday. First possession resulted in a punt. Number 4, Caleb Ellis, will bring the Trojans out of the huddle to the line. 2 receivers left, 2 right, 1 running back. He keeps this one on the ground. A little bit of a seam right there initially for the Trojan running back, but it's going to be a gain of 3 yards on the play. Bring up 2nd down and 7.
Yeah, it looked like Stacey Shaw and Wyatt Wilson in on the tackle. You'll see Wyatt Wilson a good bit tonight. I think Eli Gray also has the night off. We saw him check out of the game last week. Hopefully we'll see him next week. You'll see him and Cooper Russell filling in.
2nd down and 7 for the Trojans. Again, they keep this one on the ground. And again, they go with number 6, C.J. Reed. Reed's going to pick up 4 yards on the play. So it's going to bring up 3rd down and a very manageable 4 yards. They put this football at the Trojan 39-yard line.
Big 3rd down here.
Clock running with 7 minutes left to play here in the first quarter. Eagles lead this game 7-0. Ellis in the shotgun. Calls for the ball. Quick throw across the middle. It's going to be complete, and that's going to be enough for a Trojan 1st down. A good throw that time into number 10, Desmond Jefferson. Gain of 8 yards on the play, and it's enough for a Trojan 1st down. It gets them across the 45 to the 47-yard line.
Yeah, the Trojans pick up their 2nd 1st down of the night. Aiden Eldridge on the coverage does a good job. It's just a quick throw, pick up 3 yards, and Aiden does a nice job of bringing him down without too much damage.
Ellis in the shotgun, 2 receivers, 4 receivers part of the set, 2 on the right, 2 on the left.
Oh,
they keep this one on the ground. It's going to be Zion Alexander. He's not going to get back to the line. Well, he does get back to the line of scrimmage and no more, so it's going to bring up 2nd down and 10 for the Ferriday Trojans. Ferriday trying to get that ground game started, Daniel.
Tough sledding. They've had a couple positive runs. I mean, running the ball set them up with the 3rd and 3, in the previous set of downs.
2nd down and 10 for Ferriday. 2nd possession of the night. Opening possession resulted in a punt at their own 47-yard line. Ellis looks to throw, puts some air into this one, and that's
miscommunication, I believe.
Yeah, it looked like he was actually looking for his receiver. That was number 10, Desmond Jefferson. Just sailed over the head of Jefferson by a long ways, and it's going to bring up 3rd down and 10.
Well, I just keep looking out here, and this receiver on the near side, number 11, Robert Taylor, I mean, he's got to be 6'4" or 6'5" down here. They're matching up with him. They were matching up with Tristan Raymond, but now they put Patrick Turpin on him.
3rd down and 10 for the Trojans. Big 3rd down play for Ferriday to try and keep this drive alive. They trail right now 7-0. Ball at their own 47-yard line. Good snap from center. Ellis looks to throw. He's got time. He's going to put some air into this one. That might be intercepted. Oh, and it's just going to go off the hands of Aiden Eldridge. As Ellis puts some air under that one, Daniel, I don't think it's a mystery that he can throw the football down the football field.
Yeah, had some good spin on it. There was just nobody in the vicinity. It looked like he was just trusting his receiver, putting it up for grabs, and nobody was home. So Eagles force another fourth and long here. And number 7 will number 7, Peyton Collins, will go out and punt for the 2nd time tonight.
4th down and 7 from the Trojan 47-yard line. Collins will stand at his own 35. Gets his leg into this one, and Turpin's going to let this one go. And unfortunately, it's going to take a big Trojan hop, but then it'll check up. The Eagles will start this drive at their own 23-yard line. Let's go down to the sideline and check in with Mike Gray at Marion State Bank. Sideline report. How's it going down there, Mike?
Well, it's good. We're moving the ball good.
Yeah.
This is good. The quarterback's got a good arm on him. We're just going to have to pay attention to that. I think as the game goes on, he'll probably throw more if they can't get a running game established. So we need to make sure we stay on top of that. I noticed they put Patrick over number 11 that last time. He is a rather tall fellow.
Oh, no doubt about it. Thanks a lot, Mike. Mike Gray with the Marion State Bank sideline report. 1st down and 10 for the Eagles at their own 22-yard line. Ferriday with 2 possessions early in tonight's game. Both resulted in a punt. Luke Vadrine in the shotgun. Leonard and Turner will join him in the gun. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Luke calls for the ball. Good snap. Puts some air into this one. He's got a man out in the flat, and that's Turner.
Look out.
That's Jude Turner still on his feet. He's now at the 40, now at the 30, now at the 20, and he's going to get caught from behind, but an unbelievably tough run from Jude Turner. And Daniel, I'm telling you, he can be special sometimes.
That was a special catch and run. I mean, you've seen kind of power backs that run over people and kind of fall on top of them, but somehow Jude runs over people and stays on his feet, and then runs over another guy, gets hawked down from behind. But man, what a fantastic catch and run.
Gain of 65 yards and more than enough for a community pharmacy. 1st down as the Eagles find themselves inside the Washam Agency red zone. 1st down and 10 at the Trojan 13-yard line. Or actually the 12. Vadrine in the shotgun. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Leonard, the lone running back in the backfield. Turner comes across the formation. Good snap. Luke looks to throw. Got a man in and out of the hands. Looking for number 15, Cam Voyon. You know that's one Cam wishes he had back, as it was a really well-thrown ball that time by Luke, and it just slips right through the hands. A good route by Voyon. Got his man turned, just unable to bring it in as it goes right through his hands. And we've got an official timeout on the field. Got about 4 minutes and 37 seconds left to play here in the first quarter. Eagles lead 7-0 and knocking at the door now, again inside the Washam Agency red zone at the Trojan 12. 2nd and 10. 2 receivers split wide to the right. One to the left. One of the receivers.
He's got Jude in the backfield
making Leonard.
The slot.
Good snap from center. They go with Jude on the ground. And Jude Turner's looking for somebody to hit. It looks like he got in the end zone, but we don't have an official signal yet.
We got this guy over here.
Touchdown. Washington Christian, another tough run by number 32, Jude Turner. As Turner finds a way to power it into the end zone, and that's going to add to the Eagle lead. Touchdown run is going to cover 12 yards. Another Trinity Diamonds direct score for the Washita Christian Eagles.
Yeah, it looks like Voyan's on the field, so he may attempt, I don't know. We got some type of swinging gate thing going or something.
Not sure what the experiment is here, but Voyan will stand in the shotgun, no holder.
Oh no!
And that couldn't have gone more wrong.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Went to snap the ball, and the ball went about a foot.
Let's go down to the sideline and check in with Mike Gray in a Marion State Bank sideline report. Boy, Mike, I don't know what we were trying to get going there, but I don't think that was it.
No, I don't think the old guard around trick was going to play on that one. But what I do know is the yellow shoes that are on the Trojans, a lot of the Trojans, I keep thinking flags are down.
Oh, yeah. I see.
And it's really screwing me up down here at field level.
Well, don't let it bother you, Mike.
I did not see what happened. I didn't see what I thought Jude scored.
He did?
He did. That was the
the
PAT.
Yeah, we decided to go for 2.
I mean, it's such a tight sideline over here. We've got about 12, 13 feet from the side of the field to the fence. So.
Yeah, you don't want to be going too fast when you go out of bounds here, Mike.
No,
yeah.
And I'm looking at the angle they're coming at the sidelines and deciding real quick whether I need to move right or left, just in case.
Evasive maneuvering.
I understand. Thanks so much, Mike. Mike Gray with the Marion State Bank sideline report. Missed the extra point there, but the Eagles, when they picked up 2 on the last one, so it is 14-0. Cam Voyan will stand, or will kick this one from his own 40-yard line.
All right, so, Dave, if you look out there, Cam's kicked it in the same spot twice, and I don't know if he can onside kick, but the Trojans are adapting to where he's kicking it, and they're leaving that front line pretty sparse up here. Oh, ball fell off the tee.
We're going to re-tee this one at the 40. 4 minutes and 27 seconds left to play here in the first quarter. Voyan gets a nice kick fielded cleanly by the Trojans around the 20-yard line.
I love it when they run sideways.
Well, not supposed to run the ball sideways. Marquez Washington on the return for the Trojans. Fielded it cleanly at the 20, and it looks like they'll mark him down around the 29. So it's going to be a gain of 9 yards on the return. Actually, the 24. So it'll be the 24-yard line where the Trojans will take over there. Faraday's had it twice. Both of them have resulted in punts to the Eagles.
I think I put our crowd mic right below the PA system.
Well, you know, that could be a problem for us probably, maybe a little bit. Maybe we want to turn it down a little. Yeah, that's probably the thing, right? So it is going to be 1st down and 10 for Faraday. Ellis in the shotgun. Good snap from center. You're going to try to run this one. The Eagles with good penetration. That's going to be a problem for the Trojans. No gain on the play. Looks like they'll give him forward progress back to the line of scrimmage. Play ended about 3 or 4 yards deep in the Trojan backfield, but he did make it back to the line, so it'll be 2nd down and 10.
So Cooper Russell on the tackle there. But what I noticed was our defensive line just really kind of blew the play up, tried to penetrate, and there was just a mess on that toss there. So nobody was able to get out and block. So Cooper's able to run free. I think it was him and Hunter Traxler on the tackle. Nobody there to block him.
2nd down and 10 for Faraday. Caleb Ellis operates out of the shotgun. 3 receivers are to the right. Nobody left. Good snap from center. Ellis looks to throw. Puts some air into this one. He's got a receiver, and that's going to be incomplete.
That's a pretty well thrown ball.
Yeah, we are gonna have to say that it's actually number 25 for Faraday. It's Jaden Hardaway. Hardaway had a step on the Eagle defender. And Ellis just put a little too much air on that one, fortunately, for Ouachita Christian. 3rd down and 10. Not sure what the percentage is for Faraday so far tonight, Daniel.
He just completed, I think, a couple passes. I would guess around 2 for 7, something like that.
Well, on 3rd down.
Oh, on 3rd down, they've converted 1.
Ellis out of the shotgun. Good snap from center. He's got time. Now he rolls, and he's going to have to look downfield. Decides he's going to keep it himself, and he's going to have more than enough for a 1st down still on his feet as the Eagles will drag him down inside Eagle territory at the Eagle 31-yard line. Yeah. Nice run that time by Ellis as he decides to hang on to it and does some damage in the Eagle secondary. A gain of 45 yards on the play. Deepest penetration into Eagle territory so far tonight.
Yeah, Ellis
for Faraday.
Does a good job of getting to the outside and kind of tiptoes, walks the tightrope down the sidelines, stays in bounds, and picks up the 1st down and plenty more.
1st down and 10 for Faraday at the Eagle 31-yard line. Ellis in the shotgun. Reed joins him in the gun. They go with
Stacey.
Reed up the middle.
He's up.
And he's gonna, I'll tell you what, he's gonna do a real good job, Daniel, of keeping his balance and keeping his feet moving. He should have been stopped or maybe hit at the line of scrimmage for no gain. Instead, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th effort pickups 4 yards on the play. It's gonna bring up now 2nd down and 6 for Faraday at the Eagle 27-yard line.
Yeah, Stacey Shaw meets him at the line of scrimmage, wraps him up and slings him to the ground, but somehow he keeps his balance, like you said, and picks up positive yardage. Great effort.
Caleb Ellis looking to the sideline for the play call, and he gets it. 2 receivers split wide to the left. Actually, 3 wide to the left. In the backfield is Griffin. Griffin's got some running room. Going to get across the 20-yard line, deep into Eagle territory now. It's going to look like they'll put this football at around the Eagles' 17-yard line. A gain of 9 yards on the play as Faraday's got it going.
Yeah, in the red zone now. Well, besides the quarterback scramble, I think that's their largest rushing play of the night.
1st and 10 Trojans ball.
Ellis in the shotgun. Number 8, Xylon Alexander is going to join him in the backfield. A little late handoff to Alexander. He's still on his feet. He's going to get inside the 10, down to around the 5-yard line. It looks like they'll spot him right at the 7. A gain of 11 yards on the play as the Trojans are moving the football.
Yeah, a little tempo, too. This Trojan offense trying to get a little tempo. They don't want the Eagles to make substitutions here. And it looks like we got a timeout.
Timeout's going to be taken by the Eagles, and we're going to take one with them. You're listening to Ouachita Christian Eagle Football on the Ouachita Christian Sports Network.
Forsyth Family Medical Clinic with Angela Hamby. Here's what patients have to say.
Angela is an excellent healthcare provider. She has knowledge, compassion, and integrity.
As a single parent, it's nice to have a medical clinic that makes you feel welcome. Most clinics are just another visit to them.
Forsyth Family Medical treats you like family. Make Forsyth Family Medical Clinic with Angela Hamby your home for family health care. 5000 Forsyth Bypass in Monroe.
Welcome back inside the Farm Bureau broadcast booth, brought to you by Agent Chris Thomas. Ferriday Trojans are knocking at the door. 1st down and goal at the Eagles' 7-yard line. Eagles lead this game 14-0 with 1 minute and 11 seconds left to play here in the 1st quarter. Trojans have punted the ball in their first 2 possessions, trying to make some hay here with their 3rd. Number 4, Caleb Ellis, the quarterback for Faraday, will look to the sideline and get the play call. In the backfield with him is number 8, Zy Alexander. And Alexander's going to run into a bunch of guys wearing green and gold.
Yep.
Going going to lose a lot of yardage as well in the process.
He's going to lose one. I don't. It looks like he should have lost about 6 yards there, but they mark him with a 1 yard loss.
Eagles tackled him at around the 12-yard line, but I guess he caught the football at around the 9.
Yeah.
So it is going to be 2nd down and goal at the Eagle 9-yard line. Ellis will look to the sideline for the play call. 3 receivers split wide to his right, 1 left. Running back with him in the backfield is Jerry Griffin. Turns, gives this one to Griffin. Griffin's going to make a couple of Eagle defenders miss, but he's going to be hit at the 5, and it looks like he'll pick up 4 yards on the play.
Yeah, the running back's going to have to come out of the game. Lost his hat on the play.
3rd down and goal for Faraday at the Eagle 5. Big play here for the Trojans. Of course, Daniel, you've got to think this is going to be 4-down territory.
Yeah.
But that is going to bring it into the first quarter of play here in Faraday. Again, we want to thank tonight's first quarter sponsor, the Darren Dugan Agency. For all your home, auto, life, and business insurance needs, call Darren Dugan today, 807-2100. That's 318-807-2100. Daniel been doing these games for a pretty good for several years, and always have the support of the Darren Dugan Agency. We want to thank Darren and his team at the Darren Dugan Agency for their continued support of Ouachita Christian Eagle Athletics. The Ferriday Trojans are in position to put some points on the board.
Yeah, they're like you said, they're knocking on the door, so they're going to have to run all the way to the other end of the field to get this second quarter started.
I'll tell you one thing that's really interesting to see out of the Ferriday Trojans as well. You hear the term used from time to time, running back by committee.
Oh yeah,
right?
they're rolling them in and out.
And here's the problem for Ouachita Christian. Every one of them's good.
Yes, that's right. They are good. And the offensive line for the Trojans has really stepped it up on this drive. They're opening up holes. We can see that clearly from where we are. And so the Eagles' defensive front is going to have to do something a little different right here to keep the Trojans out of the end zone. It's 4-down. It's 4-down territory for them. So they got 2 plays to finish off this drive.
3rd down and goal for the Trojans at the Eagles 7. Or actually the 5. After the last run. So it is going to be 3rd and goal at the 5. Ellis gets a snap. He's going to run this one right into the middle of the Eagle defense, and that is not going to work out for Faraday. They're going to be faced with a big 4th down play here. No gain. Got back to the line of scrimmage. So it'll be 4th down and goal at the 5.
Yeah, nice response by the Eagle defensive line there. Landon Waller, looks like maybe Cooper Russell again. No, that was Hunter Traxler on the tackle there. So good job by this defensive front for the Eagles. Now it comes down to 1 play.
Asking this Ouachita Christian Eagle defense to rise up. 4th down and goal for Faraday at the Eagle 5.
I wouldn't be surprised to see a hard count here. It's a little bit risky. You don't want to take a chance at penalizing yourself, but it sure would make a difference. There's a big difference at the goal line between the 2-yard line and at the 5-yard line.
Ellis gets a good snap from center. Looks to throw. He's got a man. That's a touchdown.
Nice throw.
A well-thrown football that time by Ellis. And Faraday's going to put points on the board. Ellis with a nice throw that time, Daniel. A slant route by one of the inside receivers, actually a slot receiver, comes in, and a well-thrown football that time by Ellis. He threw it low with, giving his receiver an opportunity to catch it, and he did.
Yeah,
as the Trojans are going to climb back into this football game.
Yeah, number 10, Desmond Jefferson with the touchdown catch there. He's one of the guys that Coach Fitz, you talked about this week, that kind of stood out on film. Great athlete. Not a big guy like some of these other receivers, but able to get some separation, catch that touchdown throw.
Ellis on to attempt the 2-point conversion. A quick throw out in the flat, and it's going to be complete to number 6, C.J. Reed, and Reed will take it in for the 2-point conversion, and the Ferriday Trojans are back in this football game as Ouachita Christian hanging on to a 14-8 lead.
Man, really good response by the Trojans. You know, if you're the Eagles, now it's time for you to respond. You started off the game with 2 really good drives, really good defensive stands, and they, you know, the Trojans take it on a pretty long drive there, able to break out some big runs. Mike said it down on the sideline. You said it. I've said it. They're trying to establish a running game, and on that drive, they were able to do that and put points on the board.
Trojans are going to have to kick to the Eagles. I will tell you this. Do not kick it to number 32.
Oh, man. Yeah, he may not take it all the way back, but somebody's going to feel it, you know.
Do not kick it to number 32. There's a lot of guys down there on the field right now that can take it to the house. But, again, don't kick it to number 32.
Well, you got Tristan Raymond, who's done a great job as a freshman.
All season
as a
long.
football player, but he's a freshman, you know, when the ball comes his way. On the other side, you got Macon Leonard, who's just as dangerous as anybody on the field. So, you know, we haven't received a ton of kickoffs this year, to be honest. I mean,
And you know what, too? Hey, there's a lot of guys out there with a lot of talent, a lot of things. I'll tell you what, you know what Tristan Raymond has? Moxie.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that guy's a quarterback.
I guarantee he's saying, please kick me the ball right now. Kick it here.
He's been a heck of a return man for the Eagles as an up back. The Trojans back in this football game. Eagles lead 14-8. 11 minutes left to play in the second quarter. Number 2 for Faraday is going to get his leg into this. It's going to be a real short kick fielded by one of the up backs for the Eagles. That's actually number 5 on the return. That's Andon Melton, and now we're going to get a late flag and maybe a face mask. It looked like it from here, but I can't see it, and we're going to have to wait for the officials' call. Nice job by Andon that time, Daniel. You talk about being patient on the kickoff return. Andon kind of weaved his way through traffic, picked up 15 yards on the return, and if this spot holds, it's going to be a great return for the Eagles. May pick up some extra yardage here on the penalty. It looks like the officials are looking in the Trojans' direction. And unless he turns around, he's going to walk that way. It's going to be a personal foul face mask against the Trojans, and that's a big one. 15 yards. It's going to put the Eagles in Trojan territory to start this drive.
Man, if you're the Trojans, that is not how you wanted this kickoff to go. You'd like to get it, the Eagles start their drive at least in their own territory. And they had Melton returned it to around midfield, but then that face mask, it was unnecessary. It happened as he was on his way to the ground. It was just kind of a little snatch at the last minute.
First down and 10 for the Eagles. Badreen in the shotgun, 2 running backs with him in an offset I. Turner and Leonard, 2 receivers left, 1 right. 3 receivers part of the set. Badreen will call for the ball in the shotgun. Good snap from center. Keeps this one on the ground with Leonard. He's got some running room. Now he's across the 30. Stays on his feet before he's knocked down at the 25-yard line. A nice, tough run that time by the senior running back, Macon Leonard. Gain of 13 yards. Daniel actually accelerated into the contact that time. I was
going to say the same thing. Just explosive when he hit the hole that time, able to pick up those yards real quickly like that.
First down and 10 for Ouachita Christian. That's enough for a community pharmacy first down as the Eagles with the ball now, 1st and 10 at the Trojan 25.
Yeah, it looks like the Trojans are going with a heavy front, 5-man front.
2 receivers to Luke's right, 1 to his left. Leonard, the deep back in the eye. Gives this one on the ground. Again, it's Leonard. Leonard's across the 20, across the 15, inside the 10-yard line before he's upended by Faraday. A great run that time by the senior running back. Another tough run from Leonard. Gain of 15 yards on the play, enough for a community pharmacy first down. And that is going to put the Eagles inside the Washam Agency red zone at the Trojan 9.
Yeah, so far in this game, this Trojans defense has no answer for Macon Leonard running the ball. He's done an outstanding job accelerating through the hole, falling forward, moving the chains, getting down in scoring range.
Badreen in the shotgun, 2 receivers wide to his right, 1 to his left, 2 running backs with him in the backfield. Badreen calls for the ball, gives this one to Leonard, a nice cut. Now he's inside the 10. Going to be upended at around the 5-yard line. It looks like they'll mark him down at the 7. gain of 2 yards on the play, and it's going to bring up 4th down and, well, actually second down and goal for the Eagles. The yard marker over there is digital, and he was cycling through it.
Yeah.
Second down and goal. Ball at the Trojan 8-yard line. 8:59 left to play here in the first half. Eagles lead 14-8. Vadrine in the gun. Turner, the lone running back, with him in the backfield. Good snap from center. Gives this one to Turner. And Turner is going to get inside the 10, down to around the 3. Depend on the spot. And they are going to give it to him at the 2-yard line. A gain of 7 yards on the play. Third down and goal at the 2. Vadrine in the gun. They're operating quickly. Good snap. Gives it to Turner. Touchdown! Ouachita Christian. Turner takes it in from 2 yards out to increase the Eagle lead. That touchdown and all Eagle touchdowns brought to you by the fine folks at Trinity Diamonds Direct. Nice, tough run that time inside by Turner.
Yeah, it looks like the Eagles, Luke Vadrine's on the field, so they're going to forego trying to kick it for one. They have a 12-point lead right now. It'd be nice to get up 14 points.
Eagles will attempt a 2-point conversion. They're going to have 2 receivers. Well, I say 2 receivers. One of them is Macon Leonard to the right. Turpin to the left. Jude Turner in the backfield. Eagle offensive line is doing a phenomenal job tonight. 2-point attempt. Vadrine out of the gun. Gives this one to Turner, and good luck with that.
Yep.
As Turner goes in for the 2-point conversion, and nobody wanted any part of that. And a great hole too. And look, I'm going to tell you something. I don't know where I've been asleep at the wheel, but this Eagle offensive line is really establishing itself early in this football game. Running backs have done a great job. Don't get me wrong, but boy, this offensive line is just opening holes.
Well, when you trust your offensive line, you can run the ball. And that time, pretty short field for the Eagles to work with, but they didn't put the ball in the air a single time. They ran it on every single play, picking up major yardage, 10, 12, 15 yards a pop, and Macon gets us down inside the 10, and then Jude comes in and finishes off. I love the tandem of those 2 running backs.
8 minutes and 40 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. 8 and 20, actually. I want to thank our second quarter sponsor, D&H Sporting Goods. 2 locations in Bastrop and Sterlington to serve you. Stop by D&H Sporting Goods for all your Ouachita Christian Eagle gear. I can personally say, I think the both of us can personally say, you can find a fantastic selection of Ouachita Christian gear from the fine folks at D&H Sporting Goods. Longtime supporters and sponsors of Ouachita Christian Eagle football.
Well, we got our elementary sports starting up for the winter. We're playing baseball, and they've done a good job of getting the jerseys, getting them right. Got a call from them on the way here, kind of rush ordered something for us. So.
Voyon gets his leg into this one. It's going to take a hop, fielded cleanly at the 20-yard line by Faraday. But you're going to have to, when you get going north and south, east and west is not probably what you're looking to do. And the Eagles special teams do a great job that time, Daniel, as they limit the return to 10 yards.
Yeah, and good job by Voyon stepping in for Gavin Polk tonight. Putting the ball down around the 10, 12, 15-yard line, and the coverage team is doing their part in limiting the return damage.
Without a shadow of a doubt, the Trojans were able to get something going, and I think Caleb.
Plenty of time to work with here. Just over 8 minutes left till halftime.
Trojans are going to have the ball at their own 28-yard line. Number 4, Caleb Ellis, out of the shotgun. 2 receivers to his left, 2 to his right. 4 receivers part of the set. Good snap from center. Ellis throws this one sidearm out into the flat. It's going to be complete to number 11, Robert Taylor. I'll tell you what, he wasted no time. I mean, you talk about a quick release. He got that out of his hand in a hurry. Gain of 6 yards on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd and 4 for Faraday. at their own 34-yard line.
Yeah, it's going to be hard for the Eagle defense to get pressure on this quarterback. I don't think they've pressured him a single time. I mean, he, like you said, he gets rid of the ball so quickly, short routes, and he kind of leads, tries to throw with the receivers open. But that's their game plan, just quick step and get rid of the ball.
2nd down and 4. Ellis looks to throw, feeling a little bit of pressure. Now he's going to feel a whole lot of pressure, and the rest of the Eagles are going to sack him.
Yeah. Good coverage by the Eagles there, the Eagles secondary.
Loss of 5 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a big 3rd down for Faraday here if they want to answer that last Eagle touchdown. Actually, it's going to be 3rd down and 10.
I love it when you say it's hard to get pressure on them, and then the Eagles prove you wrong right after that and get a sack.
Well,
I'll take the sack.
Of course you will, but in all fairness to you, he was having to patiently wait on that one. He didn't have time.
Yeah, he didn't have time. He didn't have receivers open either.
Good coverage down the field. The back end of this Eagle defense. 3rd down and 10. Ellis looks to throw. He does throw this one quick, and that's almost intercepted. That's going to go in and out of the hands. It looks like Eli Red.
Yeah, good coverage.
Had a chance, and Red would love to have another opportunity at that one. But it is going to bring up 4th down and 10, and Faraday's going to have to punt this football. And again, Patrick Turpin is going to be deep for the Eagles. Pretty nice job so far tonight of punting the football by Peyton Collins. Hadn't been able to really set up a nice return as of yet.
No, and the Eagles, again, haven't gotten close to blocking it. It'll be interesting to see if they go after it here.
Collins gets a bad snap, and that's going to be a problem.
Yep.
Eagles are going to recover it, but it wouldn't have mattered anyway. Matter of fact, Collins gets on it, but Eagles are going to have unbelievable field position. Is that punt or that bad snap is going to cost the Trojans a ton of yardage and a ton of field position. It looks like they'll spot this football right at the 16-yard line. Loss of 12 yards, unable to get the punt off.
Man, the Eagles just run the ball in the last possession. Then your offense comes out. If you're the Trojans, you go 3 and out, and then have a disaster like this and give the Eagles the ball right back inside the red zone.
Cooper Thomas going to check in for the Eagles. Jude Turner is going to be your tailback. Badreen is going to operate out of the shotgun. 2 receivers split wide to the right, 1 to the left. Turner and Thomas in the backfield. Now we've got a timeout on the field, and it's going to be taken by the Eagles. Coach Fitzhugh wants to have an opportunity to bring the guys over. Let's go down to the sideline. Check in with Mike Gray at a Marion State Bank sideline report. How you doing, Mike?
Well, that was fortunate for us on that snap to get it that far into their territory. They moved the ball well that last
they did.
drive. And I know there was some extra coaching happening on the sideline when on that 4th down. I mean, I think I was yelling slant, everybody else. I mean, we kind of knew it was coming, and I think we were a little out of position for it. But 22-8, still in the 2nd quarter. I think we're okay. They've got to stop us, and so far they hadn't been able to do that.
No, I agree, Mike. And I tell you, boy, this Eagle offensive line is just playing out of their shoes tonight so far.
Yeah, I tell you, at the beginning of the year, I had my doubts. But they've stepped up more and made me a believer more than a lot of lines that I thought would be better.
Absolutely. Thanks a lot, Mike. I totally agree. Mike Gray with the Marion State Bank sideline report, seeing a lot out of this offensive line that you and I have seen so far this season as well, Daniel. 1st down and 10 for the Eagles.
It's like making in the backfield with him.
Good snap from center. Luke looks to throw. Throws this one quick, and that's Turner. And Turner is going to pick up a nice chunk of yardage on 1st down for the Eagles. Gain of 9 yards on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 1. Looks like they spot the football at around, well, really tough to see from
like
these yardage markers, but we're going to call it. I'll go with you on the 8-yard line. 2nd down and 2 at the 8.
Yeah, that was Jude almost broke that one. I mean, he had one guy to beat. The guy kind of shoestring tackles him, brings him down for the 8-yard gain, but that wasn't far from being a touchdown. I really like that screenplay too.
Second down now.
Badreen in the gun.
inside the 10-yard.
Leonard, the lone running back in the backfield, turns, hands this one to Macon. Macon's inside the 5-yard line, and it looks like that's where they'll upend him, but he may have enough. It's going to depend. He may have enough. He gained 5, and that is going to be more than enough for another community pharmacy first down inside the Washam Agency red zone at the Trojan 3. Leonard, the lone running back, lines up deep in this set. Vadrine in the gun. 2 receivers to his right. Good snap from center. Leonard's going to cut this one up. Touchdown, Ouachita Christian.
10 seconds left.
Macon Leonard is going to take it in from 3 yards out, and the Eagles are going to add to their lead. Nice, tough run inside by the senior running back, Macon Leonard, with 5 minutes and 10 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. The Eagles add to their lead, and it appears that the Eagles are going to again line up for 2. Leonard, the lone running back. Well, no, not the lone running back. Jude Turner will line up with him in an offset eye backfield beside Luke Vadrine. Going to give this one to Turner. This never, whatever this was, didn't work out, as the Ferriday Trojans are all over it. They sniff it out, and the extra point attempt is going to be no good.
Yeah, well, the Eagles are up by 20, and one thing we talked about before the game, and honestly, David, we've been talking about it all week, is the ability to run the football. The Eagles have definitely done that this first half to this point. 5 minutes and 10 seconds left. But Jude Turner and Macon Leonard both with a pair of touchdowns, and just doing a great job moving the ball down the field. I think Luke's got a couple completions. I know 2 of them to Jude. I don't know. I'm trying to think if he's connected with anybody else so far, but if you can run the football like that, like the Eagles have done, rely on your offensive line. Jackson Mann and John Turner, Stacy Shaw, Micah Mosier and Bo Gregory. It's just it's a recipe for success.
The scouting report that I've gotten on this offensive line is that not only do they enjoy blocking, but they really love run blocking, and that some of those guys up there, take this stuff pretty personally, and they play with some intensity up on that offensive line, and you can see it.
It's almost like they got offended when we said, well, we'll see how this offensive line does this year. We don't really know. A lot of first-time starters. I think that ticked them off a little bit.
Well, I tell you what, they have definitely answered the call, and boy, they're peaking, as they would say, at the right time of the year. Voyan is going to tee this up at the 40-yard line.
For another score, can the Trojans get something going here, or can the Eagles pound?
Gavin Polk getting the night off for the Eagles. Voyan with a short approach, but a nice kick.
Well, it's going to be tough to return right there.
That's going to check up inside the 10-yard line. On the return, C.J. Reed for the Trojans.
Great coverage.
But this Eagles special teams has done a great job tonight. They've been limiting Trojan return men, that time a gain of 7 yards. And you and I did get a chance to see Faraday on film, and I will tell you this, they've got some talented return guys that have done a whale of a job against some of the other teams in this district.
Yeah, no question about it. And Cam Vullion filling in again is able to kick it into kind of no man's land there around the 10-yard line. Ball kind of bounces and spins, and takes them a while to corral it, and by that time the Eagles are already down the field with making a great tackle. Aiden Eldridge with the tackle.
First down and 10 for Faraday. Ball at their own 17-yard line. Trojans keep this one on the ground. Nice lick up front.
Yeah.
But Trojan running back that time doing a great job of getting past the first man. A gain of 7 yards on the play. It's actually number 8, Zion Alexander. Zion has had a pretty good night running the football for the Trojans. Gain of 8 on that one, or maybe 7, so it's going to bring up second down and 3. They put this football at the Trojan 25-yard line. Clock running with 4 minutes and 25 seconds before halftime. Good snap from center.
Oh, yes.
Ooh. A very dangerous throw that time by Ellis.
Yeah, Rich Coates from the linebacker position lines up man-to-man. It's kind of a false look because he blitzes as soon as it snapped. And Ellis tries to throw it through Rich Coates. He bats it down almost able to catch it and run it. I mean, he would have scored with no problem if he catches that one.
3rd down and 3 for Faraday. Their own 25-yard line. Ellis sends a man in motion.
Oh.
He's going to lose the snap.
What?
But
it's gonna be
we got a stoppage of play, so it is going to be a false start against the Trojans, and they're going to be penalized 5 yards on the play, and they're going to back them up here.
I think right now the quarterback Ellis is looking over here at our linebackers who, Ridge Coates was on that one again, lined up like he was in coverage and then blitzes, and that time he was lined up like a blitz. I think that it looks like Ellis is trying to figure out what our linebackers are doing. So good job by our defensive linebackers and defensive coordinator at calling these looks from the defense.
Number 4, Caleb Ellis.
All right, Ellis is back on 3rd down and 8 yards.
3rd and 8 for the Trojans. Ellis has got plenty of time this time. He's going to throw a bullet downfield. It's going to be complete. Well-thrown football. And a nice catch as well. On the reception, Darian Brown. Gain of 45 yards on the play, and just like that, the Trojans are in Eagle territory. And that was an effortless throw that time by number 4, Caleb Ellis.
On the money.
Clock running with 3:35 left to play here in the half. Ellis in Eagle territory at the 40-yard line. And they keep this one on the ground, and that's going to be a problem.
Yeah,
that's number 8, Alexander, and he'll pick up a yard, but no more.
Uh-oh.
And it looks like Alexander may be shaken up on the play as he comes to the sideline. Looked like a lower extremity injury that time, Daniel, maybe the ankle.
Yeah,
but again,
hobbles off,
but again, you got a lot of talented running backs on this Faraday roster.
Yeah, and if
that's actually
Ellis
C.J. Reed, number 6.
If Ellis has time, he can hurt you.
Ellis looks to throw, and that one's going to be incomplete. Actually looking that time at number 10, Desmond Jefferson. It's going to be incomplete. Stops the clock here with 2:43 left to play in the half. Ouachita Christian 28, Faraday 8. Trojans with the ball at the Eagle 39-yard line. 3rd down and 9. Obviously 4-down territory for the Trojans here. As Ellis will send 2 receivers wide to his left and 2 wide to his right. Trojans traveling from left to right on your radio dial. This is a quick throw across the middle. It's going to be complete to number 10.
That looks like a first down.
That's Desmond Jefferson, but I think he's going to be just short of the first down, and he is.
Okay.
It's going to bring up 4th and 1.
Oh,
but now they're going to move the chains. Clock running with 2 minutes and 20 seconds left to play here in the half. The Trojans in no hurry to get to the line.
No, they don't want to give the Eagles the ball back before halftime. You know that, and I think the Eagles only have 1 timeout left. So not really a lot they can do to stop them except make the play on defense. However, the Eagles do receive the ball to start the second half.
1st down and 10 for the Trojans. Ellis in the shotgun. Jerry Griffith with him in the backfield. Good snap from center. Quick throw out in the flat. That's going to be complete to number 7, Peyton Collins. And Collins is going to pick up some yardage. Let's give him 3 on the play. So it's going to bring up 2nd down and 7. The clock running now with 1 minute and 40 left to play here in the half. Daniel, you mentioned the Eagles having 1 timeout left. I don't know how many Faraday has.
I think they have 1. They have 2. Okay, I know they called one at the very beginning of the game.
2nd down and 7. Ellis in the shotgun. Good snap from center, and he looks to throw. Puts a ton of air under this one. He's got a receiver in the corner of the end zone. It's going to be a touchdown for Faraday. Another beautifully thrown football. As Ellis finds number 10, Desmond Jefferson. Jefferson makes a great catch in the corner, but another beautifully thrown football by Caleb Ellis. A gain of 27 yards on the play and another touchdown for Faraday as they put points on the board here with 1 minute and 12 seconds left to play.
Ellis has some
in the half.
unorthodox throwing mechanics. I mean, he throws kind of, like you said, a sidearm, but he does it every play. And it's almost like the ball carries a little farther than you think it will. Connor Robinson on the covers there just kind of underestimated the distance of the throw. Thought he was going to make a play on it and goes right over his hands for the touchdown. Great throw, great catch.
Trojans looking for the 2-point conversion. Ellis in the shotgun. Good snap from center. Quick throw over to the corner of the end zone, and that's going to go off the outstretched arms of number 11, Robert Taylor. But the Trojans put up another touchdown.
Yeah, they left a minute 12 on the clock before halftime, and I can guarantee you one thing, the Eagles are not going to take a knee right here.
I don't think they'll be taking a knee either. I will tell you this. It's, it's one of those times when, you might miss Gavin Polk.
Yes, I mean, that is a big thing, and, I don't know to what extent, he's limited tonight. He's not doing kickoff or anything like that, but I'll tell you what else. I mean, I think this is the time where Luke Vadrine is like, man, I've just been handing it off all night, man. Let me put it in the air, coach.
Well, he might he might just get that chance.
Folks, we go 1 minute, 12 seconds left in the first half.
That was a nice throw.
It was actually 2 nice throws. Yeah. Number 2, Darion Brown is going to tee this up at the 40-yard line for Faraday. Make no mistake, the Eagles would love to have a great field position to start this drive. A minute and 12 seconds left to play here in the first half. Ouachita Christian 28, Faraday 14. Jude Turner going to be deep for the Eagles. I don't know that Jude will get a chance to get his hands on this one. Brown gets his leg into it, and he is.
Offside.
And we're going to have illegal procedure against the Trojans. They'll bring that one back.
Not what you want to see if you're your head coach, Walter Johnson of the Ferriday Trojans. You're looking at the clock and you're trying to figure out if the Eagles have enough time, and I think you've seen it plenty of times.
Let me answer that question for you. The Eagles have enough time.
I was going to say, you've not seen it plenty of times. There's time enough left on the clock.
A minute and 12 seconds is more than adequate for this Ouachita Christian Eagle offense. You mentioned it, and we've talked about it. They wanted to establish the run game tonight, and that's exactly what they've done. They hadn't put the ball in the air a lot, but it is something that the Eagles are definitely capable of doing, and I got a feeling we're fixing to see some of it. Trojans are going to get backed up. Darion Brown's going to kick this one from his 35, and this one is going to go into the arms of Jude Turner. He's going to lose a handle on it initially, but he's got it now. Turner with a nice, tough move. But the Eagles, well, they're not going to start off inside the 20. It's going to be good field position as field position goes. A gain of 16 yards on the return as Jude lost a handle on that one initially. Slick conditions out there, no doubt about it. And the Eagles are going to line up to get this offense going. First down and 10 at their own 42-yard line. Well, call it the 43. Actually, it'll be the 38-yard line. First and 10 for the Eagles. Vadrine in the shotgun, 4 receivers part of the set. Leonard joins him in the shotgun. Good snap from center. Luke's under immediate pressure. He's going to be sacked. Drop behind the line of scrimmage. Never really even had a chance to get his feet set on that one. A loss of 8 yards on the play, and this Eagle offense is not in a hurry. Clock running now inside 40 seconds. Second down and 18 for the Eagles. Vadrine in the shotgun. 3 receivers. To his left, 1 to his right. Leonard joins him in the gun. Good snap from center. He's going to roll. Looking downfield, lets this one go. It's going to be thrown out of bounds. It's going to be incomplete. 19 seconds left to play here in the first half. Third down and 19. Third and 19 with 19 seconds left to play here in the first half. Eagles may be content to run this football here. And take a 14-point lead in at the half. Vadrine in the shotgun. Good snap from center. Looks to throw. Quick throw. It's going to be complete to Turner. Turner's across the 30. Now he's across the 40. Now he's across the 50 before he's run out of bounds.
Timeout. Oh, they're going to move the sticks. He may clock it right here. I don't know if you have time for 2 plays, though.
8 seconds, a gain of 29 yards on the play. Great job that time by Jude. Clock's running now with 6 seconds, 5 seconds, 4 seconds, and we're going to burn it.
Timeout. Oh, my goodness.
It's going to be 2 seconds probably, Daniel, left on the clock. As the Eagles will go over and talk with Coach Stephen Fitzhugh as well as offensive coordinator Drew Vadrine. Let's go down to the sideline and check in with Mike Gray in a Marion State Bank sideline report. Mike, how you doing?
Well, the announcer convinced Faraday that the half was over, and they all started walking toward the tunnel. The referees had to stop them. To get them to come back and let them know there was a timeout.
Yeah, I think, okay, Mike, that's what I would think. I couldn't tell if it was, I knew there were 2 seconds, so they've added 4 seconds to the clock. I think in either case, this is going to be the last play of the half.
Yeah, I would think so. I think we're just going to throw it down there and see what happens.
Absolutely. Thanks a lot, Mike. Mike Gray with the Marion State Bank sideline report. Hey, in all fairness, the Eagles last week had an end-of-the-half play that resulted in quite a bit of yardage gained. Be interesting to see what Drew Vadrine draws up here as the Eagles are going to try to end the half. Leading this contest right now, 28-14. Eagles will get the football to start the second half. Two receivers wide to Luke's right. An offset eye backfield beside him in the shotgun.
First and 10 for the Eagles, 4 seconds left in the half.
Good snap from center. Going to throw this one back. Wall of blocker.
Oh, he's gone. He's gone.
Touchdown, Ouachita Christian. Well, hold on.
What, was there an inadvertent whistle? This guy's he's signaling touchdown. The white hat signaled touchdown.
I know, but we've got 2 officials down here that are marking this ball, and now it is a touchdown.
Yep. That was weird. That was weird.
Ridge Coates drifted out from his tight end position. Luke threw it back to him across the field. Gain of 40 yards on the play for the touchdown.
That was weird.
As we had one of the officials down here look like he was marking him out of bounds and around the goal line. Instead, Coates goes in for the touchdown.
Oh,
touchdown pass covers 40 yards. You talk about misjudging the throw earlier in the back of the end zone. I think some of the Ferriday defenders misjudged the speed of Ridge Coates.
Yeah, it's like
as
he
hooked it up.
And was able to finish the run, but it was almost like everybody stopped when he got around the 20-yard line, and he's able to take it in uncontested.
Vadrine in the gun. Good luck with that.
It was a little half effort there.
And that's going to bring it in to the first half of play as the Ouachita Christian Eagles
37
will now take
36.
A 36-14 lead over the Ferriday Trojans. A backbreaker right there at the end of the half. Let's go to, at the end of the second quarter. Let's go down to the sideline. Check in with Mike Gray in a Marion State Bank sideline report. How you doing, Mike?
Well, y'all apparently had a better view of the sideline over there. I couldn't really see. I mean, from over on my side, in the crown of the field, looks like he scored. So he scored.
Yeah, I mean, we could see it pretty well. He never got within a yard of the sideline. I don't even think he was close to getting out of bounds.
Mike, I think what it was for us was we could see that he was in bounds, but I think some of the Faraday defenders thought he was out of bounds, so they kind of held up on the play. So when he went in, it was, just kind of a, did he score? Did he not score? I mean, the officials signaled touchdown finally.
Yeah.
We couldn't get a signal from those guys as well. So
the guys in stripes are the one that matters.
Yeah, I would have a tendency to agree, Mike. I certainly would. But boy, what a first half for the Eagles.
Yeah, that's big because we get the ball back coming out the second half and give us an opportunity to really go up.
Absolutely. Thanks a lot, Mike. Tell me something, Mike. We can't tell from up here. I mean, I see some people with no umbrellas. I see some people with umbrellas. We got a mist. We got a little bit of rain. What do we got going on down there?
I had to go get my jacket back on. I was getting a little wet. It was misting and like a heavy mist there for a while. So, and Saul Graves has his umbrella out, so you know it. There's some type of precipitation.
Absolutely. I guarantee you he's got a jacket on, too.
He does.
Yeah, that's probably right. All right, Mike, thanks so much. Mike Gray with the Marion State Bank Sideline Report. Halftime here in Ferriday, Louisiana, the Ouachita Christian Eagles and the Ferriday Trojans playing some football. Eagles lead this game right now 36-14, and it looks like, ourselves and the Faraday faithful are fixing to get entertained by the Faraday marching band. And I will tell you this, you and I had a chance. We got a preview.
Yeah, we did.
We got here early, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
And I tell you what, this Faraday marching band did not disappoint. Not a whole lot of them, but I got news for you. They bring the sound, don't they?
They do. They bring the sound. They bring the flair. Look at them out here in their gold sparkles.
Now, we didn't get the uniforms earlier. No, we're out in street clothes.
I know they decked out now. So.
But, really, really entertaining group of young people. We're going to take a break from here in Ferriday, Louisiana. The Eagles lead this one 36-14. You're listening to Ouachita Christian Eagle football on the Ouachita Christian Sports Network.
Hey, sports fans. This is Ashton Smith with Shelter Insurance. We are a local agency that specializes in providing the best coverages and service for our clients. We offer all your insurance needs, such as auto, home, life, and commercial. We would love the opportunity to earn your business. Please call us at 318-343-3582. You can find us at Facebook or at 205 Old Bastrop Road in Monroe. We are your shield. We are your shelter.
Forsyth Family Medical Clinic with Angela Hamby. Here's what patients have to say.
Angela is an excellent healthcare provider. She has knowledge, compassion, and integrity.
As a single parent, it's nice to have a medical clinic that makes you feel welcome. Most clinics are just another visit to them.
Forsyth Family Medical treats you like family. Make Forsyth Family Medical Clinic with Angela Hamby your home for family health care. 5000 Forsyth Bypass in Monroe.
There's no better time to get rid of those glasses or contacts. Now with the latest in LASIK, all laser eye LASIK, safe and ultra precise. Call for a free evaluation. 318-32-LASER, 318-32-LASER.
Make the right humble decision for your LASIK care and clear vision.
If your car or truck is broken down, or you locked your keys in your vehicle, or you just need a flat fix, call Bears Towing and Recovery at 388-3021. In fact, why not just save the number in your cell phone? That's 388-3021. Bears Towing is on call 24 hours a day and 7 days a week. They understand that an emergency doesn't happen at convenient times. Bears Towing, 388-3021. Bears Towing is a proud sponsor of OCS football.
Hi, I'm Dustin Balance with Ludwig Marine. We have 2 locations to serve you, one on Darbone Lake in Farmerville and one right here on 165 North in Monroe. Come by and check us out. We have the best brands on the market: Phoenix Bass boats, Weldcraft aluminum boats, and your gator tail duck boat needs. Give us a call today at 318-545-5595 or check us out on the web at www.ludwig-marine.com. Mitch Ludwig and the Ludwig Marine crew would like to say, go Eagles.
Here's the deal. When you combine State Farm Home and Auto Insurance, you save an average of $889. State Farm agent Ron Bush is ready to help you combine home and auto and save with 2 locations to serve you in Bastrop and Sterlington. Call 318-388-4663 today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Average annual per household savings based on a 2019 national survey by State Farm of new policyholders who reported savings by switching to State Farm.
Dreher Contracting has been walked on and driven on all over town for 5 decades. Dreher Contracting has been serving our community for over 50 years. That's a lot of asphalt, surface treatments, hot mix, parking lots, driveways, asphalt maintenance, dozer work, and crushed stone. You can walk and drive on us with confidence. Call 281-2242. Dreher Contracting in Bastrop.
Start smiling today with Neela Dental. Whether you need general dentistry, dental implants, or a cosmetic touch-up, Neela Dental is here to give you the confidence to smile strong and healthy. They offer state-of-the-art treatments with everything performed in-house in 2 convenient locations, Tower Drive in Monroe and Highway 2 in Farmerville. Feeling nervous about your visit? No worries. Neela Dental offers sedation options tailored just for you. So why wait? Start smiling today and visit neeladental.com. Neela Dental would like to wish OCS the best this season. Go Eagles!
Everyone likes to be on the winning team, but there are always many obstacles in the way. Join us at Forsyth Church of Christ, where we celebrate overcoming the hurdles and struggles of life together. We are a community of faith, supporting each other's victories. Come as you are, and let's tackle life's challenges together. Join us at Forsyth Church of Christ this Sunday at 10 a.m. Visit facoc.org for more information. Go Eagles!
Trinity Diamonds Direct, 201 Blanchard Street in West Monroe. Wholesale jewelry with integrity. They provide honest, professional experience while offering stunning diamonds and fine jewelry at or below wholesale prices. And we do custom pieces by appointment. Engagement rings, tennis bracelets, pearls, earrings, necklaces, gemstones, loose diamonds, and jewelry repairs. Trinity Diamonds Direct, 201 Blanchard Street in West Monroe.
Are you tired of pushing through the pain? Do you struggle day in and day out with simple tasks? Are you ready for change? If so, call Louisiana Pain Care. At Louisiana Pain Care, our doctors are board certified and fellowship trained to target the source of your pain and help you manage it. Visit lapaincare.com for more information and to schedule your appointment. Louisiana Pain Care, your spine care experts.
Looking for a reason to try the new $5 meal deal at McDonald's? Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, and the price makes 5.
So much.
That's everything you get with the new $5 meal deal at McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
I'm here to bring you our in-game scoreboard update. Our sponsor, Agent Ashton Smith of Shelter Insurance. For all your insurance needs, give Ashton a call. 343-3582. Again, that's 343-3582. So that's our in-game scoreboard update sponsor, and our halftime show sponsor is Sterlington Physical Therapy. It's located at 8649 Highway 165 North. Give Craig Lowry a call at 235-9326. Set up an appointment with Craig at, again, 235-9326. I want to thank all of our sponsors as well. Got a couple stats. For the game, the first half, Eagles have ran 19 total plays on offense for 250 total yards, 13.2 yards per play. It's pretty efficient. The offense has done a great job. Really, for the majority of the first half, it's come on the ground. We've got let's see, where's Macon right here, has 8 carries for 95 yards and a couple touchdowns. Jude Turner only has 3 carries for 19 yards, but he has 2 touchdowns on the ground. Kind of capped off some drives there. Most of Jude's damage on the field, though, has come in the form of catching the ball and running after the catch. 3 catches for 104 yards. 2 touchdowns on the ground again, Macon with 2 touchdowns on the ground. And then Ridge Coates ended the half with a 40-yard catch for a touchdown to extend the Eagles' lead 36-14. Luke Vadrine, 4 of 7 for 144 yards, only 7 attempts in the first half. Caleb Ellis for the Ferriday Trojans is 10 of 17 for 110 yards and 2 touchdowns. Number 10, Desmond Jefferson, has 4 catches for 49 yards, 2 really nice catches off of really good throws from Caleb Ellis. Number 1, Jerry Griffin, leading rusher for the Trojans, 4 rushes for 57 yards. So the Trojans have 182 total yards on 33 plays, and I think that's probably the most yards that the Eagles have given up in a half this season, certainly in a first half of the season. Delhi Charter was able to run the ball pretty effectively, but but with the starters in the game, giving up 182 yards. But nonetheless, the Eagles lead 36-14, had several good chances to set themselves up for success with good field position, bad snap to the punter that put him in 12 yards out, 15 or so out, and some really big plays by our offense. Again, running the football tonight, just tremendous job by our 2 running backs, Jude Turner and Macon Leonard, have about 120 yards running the ball. But only 19 plays, 250 yards. I mean, that's pretty efficient there, Dave. Well, let me unmute you. Let me turn you up there.
Well, I think it speaks volumes about the talent that we have at running back this year. I mean, you've got 2 guys that are capable of taking it to the house almost at any time. But I think the big thing that I take away from tonight so far is, I mean, we talk about it every season, and we're going to talk about it some more. And I don't think you can say it enough. I mean, the play of this Ouachita Christian offensive line tonight has been the difference. Because when you can run the football, you can control the clock, and you can control the time of possession. And I got news for you. If you're watching the live stream, then you're seeing exactly what Daniel and I are, which is you don't want Faraday to have the football a lot.
Well, that's the game started out. The Eagles, get the ball off of 2 punts and score 2 touchdowns, and you kind of look at it and you think, okay, here we go, another short night. We're going to put it away, but the Trojans respond, and they've kept themselves in the game. They're dangerous and they are explosive. And at any point, Caleb Ellis can push the ball down the field in a hurry. He's got several good receivers on the outside. Some of them are, we got some new pals up here that do the radio for the Trojans. They were talking about some of their players who are getting looks from some major universities, and you can see why. I mean, the athleticism. I don't think we've played. Actually, let me say it again. I know we have not played a team with this level of athleticism on the outside and on the back end of both sides of the ball.
No, and I think we talked about that coming over here. I think anytime you come to Faraday, I mean, these, for the most part, again, we've lost more times than we've won against Faraday. So, I mean, you're going to get a football game out of the Ferriday Trojans, and I think tonight's no exception. And I think the Eagles have benefited from some miscues. I think there have been some things that have gone the Eagles' way. But having said that, you're going to have a tough time slowing this Eagle offense down when you're getting offensive line play like we're getting so far tonight. I mean, Tim Moe's had these guys ready. And, I mean, look at some of the holes these guys are able to run through. And you're not running through a defense. Again, if you're watching on the live stream, you can see it. But, I mean, Faraday's got their defensive line. You're talking about some guys that they've got good size, they got good feet, and they're athletic. And this Eagle offensive line is getting it done. They're getting them out of position, and there have been some really big holes for these running backs to run through. Take nothing away from Jude Turner and making Leonard. I mean, these young men are really getting it done, and they're running hard. They're finishing their runs as we like to say.
Yeah.
But that offensive line is opening up some really big holes, and it's gonna make it tough on this Faraday defense to defend them, and it's really tough to score without the football. And when you can run it like OCS is tonight, it's going to be tough for Faraday to get things going here in the second half. Having said that, my experience with Faraday is they're going to come out here and play ball in the second half, and it's going to be interesting to should be a good second half. The Eagles, fortunately they win the coin toss and are able to defer, so they're going to get the football to start the second half, and it'll be interesting to see if the Eagles can create some distance here as we get ready to get to second half. The Eagles have come out and they finished their warm-ups. They're getting ready to make their way to the sideline. The Trojans have come out of the locker room. Boy, I tell you, that was about, that was really rough if you're a Ferriday Trojan to have the half end the way it did. 4 seconds put back on the clock, legitimately so. I mean, the timeout was being called. You've got the officials here. The referee was signaling it dead while, some of the guys away from the ball didn't see it. But, that touchdown right there as time expired is a really, really tough way to end the half. And that's exactly what the Eagles did.
I did want to mention something else, and it's a good sign. The Eagles did not come into this game overlooking the Ferriday Trojans, so not to take anything away from the success that they have had, because the Eagles have played really well. They have executed really well. They are not slacking. They are not taking plays off, or anything like that. They're actually playing really good. On the flip side of that, this Faraday offense and this quarterback and his slew of running backs and these playmakers on the outside, haven't been able to respond a couple times. But I'm with you, man. If the Eagles they're about to receive the ball. If they can hold on to the ball and just push it down the field on the ground, it's going to be really, really hard unless they turn the ball over. There's been no turnovers tonight. The closest thing was the bad snap on the punt. Each team has one sack, so the quarterbacks are having a little bit of time to make plays when they're called upon. But Faraday is doing damage when they're able to set up things by running the ball. And they got talent to respond.
A lot of football left to be played as we get ready to get the third quarter underway. Eagles won the coin toss, deferred, so they will get the ball to open the second half of play.
Yeah, before they kick off, again, I want to thank our halftime show sponsor, Sterlington Physical Therapy. Give Craig a call, 235-9326. Eagles start the third quarter up 36-14. I want to thank Agent Ashton Smith at Shelter Insurance for the in-game scoreboard update. Give her a call, 343-3582. That's Agent Ashton Smith.
Handling the kicking chores for the Trojan tonight, number 2, Darion Brown. Brown's done a good job of kicking the football. He's been getting back inside the 20-yard line, around the 20-yard line for the Trojans. And again, Jude Turner is going to stand at his 15-yard line. Jude ran up on one last time, Daniel. Now, there we go. Now Jude's want to get a little closer to the action. So now we're going to move it up.
Look at the ball.
Oh, okay.
With a watermelon kick.
So we threw the tee off the field.
Mm-hmm.
This will be an interesting kick. I guarantee you they're going to try to keep it away from Jude, but an Eagle's going to get his hand on it. And now we're going to lose some footing. Actually, going to be number 5, Andon Melton.
Kind of effective there.
Yeah, Melton. Yeah, it was. Melton did a good job of corralling that football, getting his hands on it. I think he wanted to do something with it, but if you look here at the stadium out on the field, that's probably one of the worst spots.
Yep.
That you can see for footing, and Melton unfortunately falls victim to it. But the Eagles have the ball, first down and 10, good field position at their own 30-yard line to start the second half. Vadreen in the shotgun. Leonard will join him in the gun. So will Turner. 2 receivers right. Vadrine looks to throw, puts some air under this one, and incomplete. But I will say this, stride for stride out there was number 15, Zion Shepard, as it looked like he was trying to unload that one quick to Turpin, but really good coverage by the Trojans downfield.
Yeah, just kind of a go route, just a quick drop. Luke tries to put it out there. And you mentioned it was good coverage. Trading a little paint here and there, but hey, that's bound to happen.
Well, hey, it contested ball.
There you go, yeah.
2nd down and 10 for the Eagles. Vadrine in the shotgun. 2 running backs with him in the gun. It's Turner and Leonard. Leonard, the deep back. And we got a stoppage of play.
Timeout, Trojans.
And the Trojans are going to take a timeout.
They did this in the first half pretty early on, too. I don't know. There must be a misalignment or something that coach is seeing and feels like it's valuable enough to call a timeout.
Well, our timeout sponsor, the fine folks at Campbell and House, attorneys at law. Don't get played.
Call Wade.
You got to call Wade. 318-855-0285. Again, want to thank the fine folks at Campbell and House Attorneys at Law for their sponsoring each and every timeout taken on the field, as well as our third quarter sponsor, Randall's Captain Avery Seafood and Specialty Meats. All your tailgating, catering needs, call Randall. 318-388-2278. I don't think you can find anything at Randall's Fine Meats or Randall's Captain Avery Seafood and Specialty Meats that is not going to appeal to you in some way. Randall and his team do such a great job with the food.
So on the timeout was called, I believe, because Faraday had a player that was lined up in the neutral zone. I'm looking at the live stream right now, and it's clear that he was about a yard over the line there, and that maybe coach saw that and called a timeout.
2nd down and 10 for the Eagles. Vadrine in the gun. Good snap from center. Keeps this one on the ground with Leonard. Leonard plants that outside leg and cuts it upfield to pick up what he can. It's going to be a tough 4 yards right into the teeth of the Trojan defense, but a nice job of running the football by Macon as he's going to make this a much more manageable 3rd down. Let's call it 3rd and 6. They put this football at the Eagle 34-yard line. Early here in the 3rd quarter, Eagles lead this game 36-14.
Yeah, Jude's done a lot of damage catching the ball to the backfield tonight.
Big 3rd down for the Eagles. Vadrine in the gun. 2 receivers to his left, 1 right. Eagles traveling from right to left on your radio dial and our vantage point. Good snap from center. Luke looks to throw, and he is going to set up the screen. Somebody called that from over here right beside me as Turner is going to pick up more than enough for another community pharmacy 1st down. And it's almost, Daniel, you could see the disappointment in Jude's face that he didn't take it 60 yards for a touchdown.
Yep.
Instead, he just picks up 15 tough yards and enough for a community pharmacy 1st down. A nice throw that time by Luke as he hits Jude in stride. Didn't pull him off of it, let him catch that one and get upfield for an important 1st down to keep this drive alive. 1st and 10 now for the Eagles at their own 49-yard line. 2 receivers to Luke's right, 1 to his left. 2 running backs with him in the backfield. Luke's in the shotgun. Deep back is Leonard. Good snap from center. Hands this one to Macon, and Macon's going to bounce it. He's across midfield. Now he's across the 45 before he's upended in Trojan territory at the Faraday 44-yard line. A gain of 7 yards on the play. Going to set up 2nd down and 3. Nice, tough run again by the senior tailback, Macon Leonard.
Yeah, I love the decisiveness of Macon. He kind of just sees where his blockers are, makes his decision, hits the hole, and is able to pick up 8 yards, set the Eagles up nicely here with 2nd and 2.
2nd down and about 2 yards before
You could take a shot on 2nd and 2, couldn't you?
You can, yeah. They've done a good job covering our receivers tonight, though.
Vadrine in the shotgun. Good snap from center. Gives this one to Leonard. Leonard's got some more running room, and he stays on his feet. He hurdles a Trojan defender. Most of the time you see that result in going down, but instead Macon keeps his feet.
Yeah.
A really nice run that time out of the senior tailback. A gain of 11 yards on the play. More than enough for another community pharmacy 1st down. As the Eagles now looking at 1st and 10 at the Trojan 34-yard line.
Did you ever
hurdle 33?
Did you ever hurdle anybody?
I did one time, but I didn't keep my feet. I went down, and it didn't tickle. 1st down and 10 for Ouachita Christian. At the Trojan 33. Single running back in the backfield is Leonard. 3 receivers to Luke's right, 1 to his left. Luke looks to throw. This time he's got some time. He's going to have to step up in the pocket, and he will. He's got some running room and slides.
Safe.
How much do I love to watch that guy slide?
Oh, man.
Oh, my gosh. Gain of 5 yards on the play.
Well, we can see what he can't see. He had 2 guys trying to get him, kept trying to catch up with him from behind and pull him down. And, good job, good awareness by Luke there.
Absolutely. Great job of picking up 5 yards when he almost, not a lot of time that time as Faraday's getting back there to him. 2nd down and 5 for the Eagles at the Trojan 28-yard line. Vadrine in the shotgun, calls for the ball, gives this one to Leonard. Another seam for him to slip through, and Leonard does. It's going to be taken down, but not before he picks up nice yardage. Right into the middle of the Trojan defense. A gain of 5. He needed 6 for the first down, so it's going to bring up, well, actually.
Yeah, a little more than that.
2nd down.
No,
here we go.
All
right, it is. So it is going to be 1st down and 10 for the Eagles.
Hey, good job by Macon holding on to the football there. They had one defender that his sole purpose was to get the ball out. Yep.
1st and 10 for the Eagles at the Trojan 22-yard line. Clock running with 7:49 left to play in the 3rd quarter. Eagles lead 36-14. Vadrine in the shotgun. 2 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. Good snap from center. Gives this one inside the Turner. And Turner is going to get inside the 5. Touchdown! Ouachita Christian.
All right.
Jude Turner is going to take it in from 22 yards out.
I got to say, Micah Mosier from the right guard position gets downfield and makes an outstanding block that allows Jude to finish that run in the end zone as opposed to being at the 9 or 10-yard line. Great job. We can't talk about this offensive line enough. Just fantastic job.
That Eagle touchdown and all Eagle touchdowns brought to you by the fine folks at Trinity Diamonds Direct. Voyan will come on to attempt the extra point here. The snap's down and well, he made the first one.
He did. Well, yes.
Well, he made the second one. But unfortunately, the Eagles penalized on it, so it didn't count. We decided to go for 2 instead. And hey, you know what? Look, you got to tip your hat to Cam coming in, and definitely not his role, but giving it a try. And unfortunately, that one's going to sail wide left, a little low as well, as the Eagles are going to hang on to now a 42-14 lead.
Yeah, well, Cam's going to hurry over there and get with his, kickoff coverage team. Filling in for Gavin, doing a nice job on the kickoffs. That's only his 2nd chance to, try to put one through the uprights. Like you said, the penalty on the first one. If this game was, 14-13, I bet you, I'd be willing to bet that they put Gavin Polk out there. But it's nice to be able to give him, a night off to help his little, he's just got a kind of a nagging injury. I hope that recovers quickly.
Yeah, you couldn't be more right. And the other thing too that you could say is that Cam's doing yeoman's work here. He's done a good job of kicking the ball down the field effectively, and this Eagles special teams has really stepped up to the task too.
Yeah.
They don't usually tackle a lot of guys.
Yeah.
Most of the time it's sailing into the end zone, and tonight they've had to step up and have done so. Cam with another good kick. It's a low roller that's going to go down inside the 20-yard line. And pretty good return that time for the Trojans, but the Eagles special teams converge.
Yep.
And that's going to result in pretty decent field position for Faraday. They'll have it looks like, at their own 33-yard line. Gain of 13 yards on the return. And that's where the Trojans will start the second half.
So he's been kicking it low, and with the field conditions, the ball can get slippery. We've seen it both teams have a little difficulty handling some, but the returner scoops that right up. Wyatt Wilson makes a nice tackle, limit the damage on the return.
1st down and 10 for Faraday. This is going to be their first possession here in the second half. First Eagle possession resulted in a 22-yard touchdown run for Jude Turner. Trojans are going to take over with 7:22 left to play in the 3rd quarter. Eagles leading 42-14. Caleb Ellis goes to work out of the shotgun. One running back with him in the backfield. Ellis is going to turn. He hands this one off. That's going to be number 5, Tavion Edwards. Edwards almost had that one get away from him, Daniel, but he picks up 2 yards on the play. Going to bring up 2nd down and 8. Ellis will look to the sideline for the play call. Going to have number 5, Tavion Edwards, join him in the shotgun. 2 receivers to his left, 2 to his right. 4 receivers, part of the set. Good snap from center. Ellis looks to throw. Throws this one across the middle, and that one got away from him.
It is. Good pressure by the Eagles defense there to force that throw before Ellis was ready to let go of it.
He was actually looking for number 2, Davion Brown. Either the pressure, Daniel, or that one just got away from it, but nowhere really close to Brown. So now you're going to be looking at a big 3rd down play here. 3rd and 8 for the Trojans at their own 34-yard line. Ellis in the shotgun. Good snap from center. He looks to throw. Has time this time and unloads this one, and that's going to be more than enough for a 1st down. Well-thrown football that time to Desmond Jefferson to keep this drive alive.
Yeah, nice catch by Jefferson. I mean, he's done some damage receiving the ball tonight. Good player.
Needed 7, picked up 10, and it's going to be 1st down and 10 for the Trojans at their own 45-yard line. First drive for Faraday here in the 2nd half. Ellis in the shotgun. Good snap from center, and Ellis looks to throw. Now he's going to have to pull this one down and run it. Ellis has shown us he can run with the football, and that's what he'll do, but I think he lost the football.
It looks like it, yep.
He was carrying it with one hand, and he never tucked it away. And I think the Eagles have come up with this one, and they have. Got to secure the football if you're going to run like that in the open field, and Ellis doesn't do it, and the Eagles are going to take it away.
You know, it seemed like he did a good job of picking up a few yards to make something out of nothing, but you know, at the last minute, like you said, he tries to stiff arm a runner and palms the ball away from his body, and the Eagles able to go in, probably hunting that. If, you know, I know that's something they work on in practice. You know, hunt the football.
If you're going to put it out there, I'm going to try to take it away. So the Eagles are going to recover the fumble. It's going to be 1st down and 10 for Ouachita Christian already in Trojan territory at the Ferriday 48.
Yeah, Hunter Traxler with the recovery. I think it was Stacey Shaw with the forced fumble, so great job by the defense.
Badreen in the shotgun. Leonard joins him in the gun. Good snap from center. Looks to throw. Got a man! And that one's going to be complete, and that's Turner. Or no, it is Turner. He's going to go inside the 10-yard line. That guy can run the ball, and he can catch the ball. And it looks like Jude may actually be a little tired.
No, I mean, he's been working hard tonight.
Well, I know, but I mean, he never seems like it, but he's definitely not heading over. Turner with a great catch that time and a beautiful thrown football by Badreen, a gain of 40 yards on the play. Eagles inside the Washam Agency red zone after picking up a community pharmacy 1st down. Badreen in the gun. Eagles at the 7, 1st and goal. Good snap from center. Turns, hands this one to Leonard. They're going to mark him just shy. They're going to call it at the 1-yard line, maybe the half-a-yard line.
Yeah, tough
It
run.
is going to be a half-a-yard. A really tough run that time by Leonard. Eagles already trying to get to the football.
Yeah. So every completion, all of Luke's completions tonight have except for one, has been to Jude.
Give this one inside to Leonard.
He's in.
Touchdown, Ouachita Christian. Making Leonard will take it in from half a yard out. And most of the Faraday defensive line is in the end zone with him. Eagle offensive line is getting after it tonight.
Yep, just pushing him down the field.
That touchdown brought to you by the fine folks at Trinity Diamonds Direct. All right, Voyan is back on the field for another shot at it.
I feel good about this one.
All right, I do too. You know, he probably got a little coaching.
Yep, got a little coaching. Don't worry about the guy coming off the edge. Just
Good
put
snap.
It there. Oh, dear.
We got this one looks like we're going to have to do something with it.
Yeah.
And that's not going to work out. Ball's going to come out. And boy, that
little mishandled snap.
Ball could be getting a little slick down there.
That's what it looked like. It looked like Turpin went to go plant the ball down, spot it, and it just like shot out from underneath.
Kind of slipped out of his hands.
Yeah.
Turpin picks it up, does what he can. Didn't look like we really had anybody out on a hot route that time, so Patrick was kind of trying to do what he could. So the extra point attempt is going to be no good. The Eagles now 48 to 14 over the Ferriday Trojans. Again, a great display of moving the football by the Eagle offense.
Well, I think Luke Vadrian has he was 4 for 7, so he's got 6 completions tonight, and 5 of those have been to Jude Turner for 125. I mean, he's probably up around 160 yards receiving.
Our third quarter sponsor is Randall's Captain Avery Seafood and Specialty Meats. For all your tailgating needs and catering needs, call Randall today, 318-388-2278. Randall's Captain Avery Seafood and Specialty Meats. Longtime supporters of Ouachita Christian Eagle Athletics.
It's November. It's time to start cooking outside. Firing the grill up.
Hey, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. And you can find anything you need down at Randall's as well. Eagles are going to kick this football off. Voyan is going to keep this one low. Number 6, C.J. Reed. Reed's going to do a nice job of getting north and south with this one, but we do have a penalty marker on the play.
I think that's going to be an illegal block on the Trojans.
We'll see. Return covered 14 yards as Reed did a nice job of going north and south with that one.
Oh.
I tell you what, whatever it is, it's worthy of discussion. Let's go down to the sideline and check in with Mike Gray in Marion State Bank. Sideline report.
I think his microphone died.
Uh-oh.
He's got batteries with him. Yep. Yeah.
Oh, it is going to be targeting.
Yep.
Helmet-to-helmet contact on the Trojans. That's a 15-yard penalty.
It is, and he also got his first
personal foul.
Personal foul warning.
And that goes from pretty good field position to the 15-yard line. Trojans are going to have to move this one 85 yards to pay dirt.
Yeah, it looks like he's working on getting the batteries out.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Mike's over there working it, isn't he? All right. He's heading over to the shop.
He is. He's the nerd squad, the geek squad or whatever.
First down and 10 for Faraday, their own 15-yard line. Ellis calls for the ball and looks to throw. He's going to feel some pressure. This time he's going to run, and he's carrying it a little bit different this time. The Eagles are going to string it out, but he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, pick up a couple of yards on the play. Donnie's going to give him 3, so it'll be 2nd down and 7 for the Trojans. Eagle defense, Daniel, seems to be creeping in on his time in the pocket.
Yep.
Enjoying a lot of time early on in this contest, but the Eagles seem to be getting back there a little bit quicker. Gain of 3 on the play, 2nd and 7. Ball at the Trojan 18. Ellis looks to throw. This time he's got time. Now he feels a little pressure. Throws this one across the field. It's going to be caught by number 2, Kerryon Brown. Brown does a nice job of hauling that one in. A good throw, well-thrown football by Ellis, and that's going to be more than enough for a first down as the Trojans now have it. First down and 10 at their own 36-yard line. A gain of 18 on the play.
Yeah, again, he has those unorthodox mechanics. And, man, that was a really accurate throw right there. Hit him in stride.
First down and 10 for the Trojans. Ellis in the shotgun. Good snap from center. Ellis looks to throw. He's feeling some pressure immediately. He's going to elude some of it, but he won't elude it for long. Great job that time by the Eagles. Looks like number 2, Hunter Traxler, Daniel in the backfield. That's going to be a big loss for Faraday here.
Well,
loss of 7 yards.
Yeah, great job by the Eagle defense. And you mentioned it, getting pressure, and that time the pressure gets through. Put the Trojans in
I would say in a compromising position, but when they throw the ball, they're trying to get it downfield. So, hopefully the Eagle secondary will hold right here.
Second down is 17. Ellis looks to throw and does. He's got a man. That's going to be complete. There's some running room. That's number 10. That's Desmond Jefferson, and Jefferson explosive. Caught a touchdown pass earlier from Ellis, and that's a big play right there for Faraday, as he's going to have more than enough for a first down. Actually going to pick up 37 yards on the play, and the Trojans, just like that, into Eagle territory. Ellis can flat out throw the football when he wants to, or when he can. First down and 10, Faraday. Ball at the Eagle 34-yard line.
Yeah, and Jefferson can move when he gets the ball in his hands.
Ellis in the shotgun, 2 receivers left, 2 to his right. Jerry Griffin joins him in the shotgun at the running back position. Good snap from center. Ellis throws this one out quick. Going to be a gain of 3 yards on the play on a quick throw that time. Actually completed that one out there to number 25, Jaden Hardaway. Second down and 7 for Faraday in Eagle territory at the Eagle 32-yard line. Clock running with 1 minute and 55 seconds left to play here in the third quarter. Eagles lead 48-14. Ellis in the gun. Sends a man in motion. We got 2 men in motion, and that's going to be a false start against the Trojans. It's going to be a 5-yard penalty. So it's going to bring up second down, probably right at 11.
Yeah.
Second and 12. They'll move this one back to the Eagle 36-yard line. Second and 12. Ellis in the shotgun. 2 receivers left, 2 to his right. Tailback with him in the backfield. Good snap from center, and Ellis looks to throw. Got some time, and that one's going to be knocked out of his hand. And the Trojans are going to recover that one, but they're going to lose a chunk of yardage.
Man, Landon Waller came off the edge and got there quick, knocks the ball out of Ellis's hands, and man, great job by the by that Trojan lineman for falling on it. His first thought, you could see it, was to try to scoop it, and he falls on it, so the Trojans will maintain possession. But great play by the Eagle defensive line, especially Landon Waller.
Loss of 7 on the play is going to bring up third down and long. I'm going to have to wait for Donnie to work on this one, and it is going to be 3rd and 19. Hey, one flick of the wrist from Ellis.
I know, that's all it is, and that's exactly what it is. He flicks it down the field.
3rd and 19 for the Trojans. Sack's going to back them up to the Eagle 43. Ellis gets a good snap and looks to throw. Puts some air under this one's got a receiver downfield. It's going to be caught, and it's going to be a touchdown for the Ferriday Trojans with a flick of the wrist.
Yep.
That's number 2, Darion Brown. Touchdown pass is going to cover 43 yards.
Yeah, that was a well-designed play. Bubble screen, the Eagles bid on it. Brown's able to find some room and some space down the field. Great throw. Great throw by Ellis. We've seen it several times. I mean, you know, he's got 26 touchdowns on the season. He's got over 2,000 yards passing already. I mean, he's a good player, and he's going to push the ball down the field. If you give him a little time, a little space, he's going to make you pay.
Well thrown football that time by Ellis. Trojans trying to cut into this Eagle lead. And Ellis is going to find his man in the end zone. It's actually number 1, Jerry Griffin. And the Trojans are going to cut into this Eagle lead as Griffin goes in for the 2-point conversion. With 20 seconds left to play here in the third quarter. 20 seconds left to play in the third. Eagles leading this game right now, 48-22. Daniel, we talked about it at halftime. Never really had any doubt that the Ferriday Trojans were going to hang in there for the second half of this one, and that's exactly what they've done.
Well, I don't have the numbers with me, but before the game we mentioned they were going to try to throw the ball all over the field, and that's what they're doing. And when they connect, I mean, it hurts.
Darian Brown going to tee this one up at the 40-yard line. Well, he's not going to tee up anything. He's going to go back with, you used to play in the backyard. You tee it up sideways.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what he's going to do here. And this is going to take an awkward bounce, but the Eagles will secure it. Great job that time of going downstairs and fielding it. That time it looked like, Patrick Turpin. So the Eagles are going to start this drive off with great field position. First down and 10. It looks like it around their own 42-yard line. 20 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Maybe the last play of the third quarter.
Trojans not laying down, though.
Two receivers to Luke Vadreen's right, one to his left. Two running backs with him in the backfield. Leonard, Turner. Luke will go to work. Good snap from center, keeps it on the ground to Leonard. Leonard's going to cut this one back inside, spin out of a tackle. Nice, tough run that time by Macon Leonard. Refusing to go down. Gain of 6 yards on the play, and that is going to bring it in to the third quarter here in Faraday.
Okay, folks, that's the end of the third quarter. At the end of the third quarter.
Clock should be down, and it is. At the end of the third quarter, Ouachita Christian 48, Faraday 22. You've been listening to the Ouachita Christian Eagle football on the Ouachita Christian Sports Network. Take a quick break from here in Faraday and invite you to come back and join us for the fourth quarter. You're listening to Ouachita Christian Eagle football.
There's no better time to get rid of those glasses or contacts. Now with the latest in LASIK, all laser eye LASIK, safe and ultra precise. Call for a free evaluation. 318-32-LASER, 318-32-LASER.
Make the high, humble decision for your LASIK care and clear vision.
If your car or truck is broken down, or you locked your keys in your vehicle, or you just need a flat fix, call Bears Towing and Recovery at 388-3021. In fact, why not just save the number in your cell phone? That's 388-3021. Bears Towing is on call 24 hours a day and 7 days a week. They understand that an emergency doesn't happen at convenient times. Bears Towing, 388-3021. Bears Towing is a proud sponsor of OCS football.
Thomas. Thank Chris and the group at Farm Bureau for their support of Ouachita Christian Eagle football. Eagles are now going to be traveling from left to right on your radio dial and our vantage point. Luke Vadreen is going to send two receivers wide to his left, one to his right. That one is Patrick Turpin. Got two running backs with him in the backfield. Jude Turner and Macon Leonard. And we've got a brief stoppage of play here as the official, the referee I should say, is over on the far side of the field talking to somebody.
He's been busy with that chain gang tonight over there, trying to keep him straight.
Actually talking to one of the officials. And it looks like we got everything squared away on the far side of the field. For us, the far side of the field is the Eagle sideline. And looks like the referee is fixing to signal the ball ready for play after, and he does. Second down and 4. Vadreen in the gun. Good snap from center. Again, keeps this one on the ground with Macon. Tough running. And going to depend on the spot. He needed 4, picked up 3. It looks like they're going to call it third down, and they do. Third and half a yard into Trojan territory at the Ferriday 49. in the fourth quarter here in Faraday. 11:35 left to play in the game. OCS and Washita Christian 48, Faraday 22.
I wouldn't be surprised to see a kind of a shot downfield right here. See if Luke can connect with one of these receivers. I mean, they are filling up the box with defenders.
3rd and half a yard. Vadrine calls for the ball. Gives this one inside to Leonard. Leonard lost his footing, Daniel. And I tell you what, the middle part of that field is really, really choppy, and Macon went to plant and explode outside and unfortunately lost his footing. It's enough for a first down. He picked up 3, needed half a yard. Picked up 5, needed half a yard. And that's going to be enough for a community pharmacy first down. As Leonard and Jude Turner doing a phenomenal job of running the football tonight. Tough running. A lot of tough pushing around inside on that offensive line for the Eagles. This is when you run the football
and
in the game.
It is.
Vadrine in the shotgun. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Good snap from center. Looks to throw. We'll put some air under this one. Got a receiver, and that's caught. That's Voyon. Voyon's across the 20. He stays on his feet to the 5. Almost down inside the 5-yard line. Going to be more than enough for a community pharmacy first down as Voyon pushes this football into the Washam Agency red zone. The Eagles are going to have it first down and goal. It looks like at the 3, a gain of 42 yards on the Vadrine pass.
Yeah, Voyon was a little quiet last week, and that's the first time this season. So, Luke finds him. And one thing about Voyon that we've seen this season is his ability to get yards after the catch, and there he does it again.
Great job of running with the football after he caught that one, and it looks like we've got a stoppage of play, and that's going to be a timeout taken by the Ferriday Trojans. I want to thank our fourth quarter sponsor, the Fat Doctor, Dr. Davin Spires. The Fat Doctor is a physician-monitored weight loss program offering weekly accountability and support under Dr. Davin Spires. They use a 3-pronged approach consisting of a ketogenic diet, intermittent fasting, and exercise to get you to a healthier new you. Weight loss medications are now available and an option as well. We want to thank our fourth quarter sponsor, the Fat Doctor, Davin Spires. Find them on social media under the Fat Doctor Monroe, or give them a call today, 318-503-4441. I want to thank our fourth quarter sponsor, Dr. Davin Spires, the Fat Doctor. First down and goal for the Eagles at the Trojan 3-yard line. Cam Voyon setting up the Eagles with a great reception, a well-thrown football by Luke Vadrine. Luke's going to give this one to Turner. And I'll tell you what.
That's the first time that's happened tonight.
A gain of 2 yards. He needed 3, so they're going to stop him just a yard shy of the goal line.
He's paying for the tackle, though. And see, I mean, that's the thing. To tackle Jude, you have to go low. And if you go low, he's going to run through, your arm. And one of the players is having a little issue with his shoulder after making the tackle there. Hope he's okay.
Second and goal at the 2, maybe the 1.5. Vadrine calls for the ball, gives this one to Turner, and guess what?
That was
I don't know that it gets a lot easier than that. As Turner's going to take it in from 1.5 to 2 yards out for a Washita Christian Eagle touchdown. That touchdown and all Eagle touchdowns brought to you by the fine folks at Trinity Diamonds Direct. Longtime supporters of Washita Christian Eagle football and a longtime sponsors of every Eagle touchdown as Turner takes it in. Daniel, the first effort, he did take a shot, got held up at the line of scrimmage almost, but that one, nobody even around, and that one will go in again for the 2-point conversion. And I think the Trojans are just really tired of tackling Jude Turner.
Jude Turner, it's a tall task.
As he takes it in for the 2-point conversion, and the Eagles increase their lead now, 56-22 over the Ferriday Trojans. And Daniel, we're up here in the press box, so we don't really have a full understanding of what's going on. But I will tell you this, it looks like the umbrellas are springing out from everywhere, as it looks like maybe the mist has picked up into a slow drizzle.
It has. It has. Macon has 4 touchdowns tonight, and Jude Turner has 3. I mean, you talk about a running back tandem. And it's not just – I mean, it's been on the ground, but, man, not only that, but it's been through the air with Jude Turner tonight. Just a fantastic night for this Eagles offense.
Well, when we tell people, when we start the broadcast, we say, all these things, and we say Donnie Haley bringing us all the numbers.
Oh, yeah.
He brings you all the numbers.
He does. He's like
I mean, I know Jude had a lot of touchdowns, and I know Macon had a lot of touchdowns.
You lose count, you know. And here's the other thing. I was asking
who doesn't lose count?
No, Donnie. I was asking him, how many touchdowns have we had on the ground and through the air this year? And he looked back through his notes, and he told me before the game started. It's split right down the middle.
Voyon's going to get his leg into this one. Another nice kick. This was going to be fielded cleanly by the Trojans at the 20-yard line, and this time the Trojans learned something.
Yep.
They head north and south with that one, and they're going to pick up pretty good yardage on the return, as looks like number 80 for Faraday that brings that one back.
Yeah.
That's actually Nazarian Robinson as he picks up 17 on the return. First down now at 10 for Faraday. They'll put this football at the Ferriday 38-yard line.
Well, the referees are going to have their hands full for the last 9 minutes. Last couple plays, things are getting a little chippy out there, a little frustration setting in, and so hopefully this game will remain clean for the remainder.
First down at 10 for the Trojans. Ellis in the gun. Low snap. He's going to lose it, and he's going to have a problem.
Sack. Yep.
Eagles are going to drop him in the backfield. Unable to really get unable to secure the football that time, and actually looks like number 30 for the Eagles. Landon Waller back in the backfield to secure Ellis and drop him for the loss. A loss of 6 yards on the play. Going to bring up second down and 16. They'll put this one back at the Trojan 28. Clock running now with 8:47 left to play. Eagles 56, Faraday 22. Ellis in the shotgun. 2 receivers to his right, 2 to his left. And Ellis looks to throw.
Good coverage.
Got
by
a
the
lot
Eagles.
of time. He's going to roll out, looks to set his feet and throw, and he does, and that one's going to be complete, but I think that one's caught out of bounds, and it is. So that's going to bring up third down and long for Faraday. If we've learned anything tonight,
it does, yeah. I mean,
one thing we have learned is third and long is not that big a deal.
Yeah, he's not throwing a 1 yard dig right here.
No, and it looks like the Trojans may have elected to take a timeout, and they have.
8 minutes and 23 seconds.
I think that'll be their third. That's right. Yeah, that Donnie Haley confirms it.
Well, it's another timeout, and you can't take a timeout without Campbell and House attorneys at law. I want to thank them for sponsoring all the timeouts taken this season. Don't get played.
Call Wade.
You got to call Wade. 318-855-0285. Want to thank Campbell and House attorneys at law for continuing to sponsor Ouachita Christian Eagle Athletics. Every timeout is a Campbell and House attorney at law timeout. Third down and 16 for the Trojans. Number 4, Caleb Ellis. Going to have to try and figure out a way to pick up this yardage, keep this drive alive. I imagine you're talking about 4 down, not necessarily 4 down territory, but 4 downs to pick it up. Yep. Ellis in the gun. 4 receivers part of the set. Gets a good snap, sets his feet, lets this one go across the middle, and that's going to be caught. On the reception that time is number 2, Darion Brown. Brown having a heck of a night here in the second half.
That's right. And here in the second half, he's been he's been dangerous.
So what do we say? I mean, 3rd and 16, not really a big deal for Ellis. Gain of 26 yards on the play. Keeps the Trojan drive alive as they set up shop now in Eagle territory at the Ouachita Christian 46. Ellis calls for the ball. Looks to throw and does. Got a man. That's complete to number 7, Peyton Collins. Collins will be run out of bounds by the Eagles, but he's going to pick up a nice gain on the play. I will tell you, one of the advantages that the folks on the live stream are going to have over people listening on the radio is being able to see that unorthodox throwing motion, Daniel, as he boy, the arm angles are just all over the map, but he gets it done. A gain of 7 on the play. 2nd down and 3 for the Trojans. At the Eagle 39. Decides to keep this one on the ground, and that's not going to work out real well.
Yeah. Hunter Traxler with a nice tackle there.
That's number 8 for the Trojans. Zy Alexander. Alexander's had a pretty good game running the football, just not that time. No gain on the play, so it's going to be 2nd down and 3. Ball at the Eagle 39-yard line.
Should be 3rd down.
Clock's running with 6:55 left to play in the ball game. It is 3rd down. 3rd and 3. Ellis in the gun, calls for the ball, looks to throw, loses a handle on it. He's going to try to make something happen with his legs, and I don't think it's going to work out. He's going to get sacked on the play. Eagle defense strings it out. And now you're going to be looking at a big 4th down play for Faraday.
Yeah, that was tough right there. Ellis drops back and goes to throw the ball, and it just slips right out of his hand, scoops it up, tries to make something happen. Again, Hunter Traxler on the tackle, doing a good job containing the pocket there.
Loss of 9 on the play is going to bring up 4th down. Looks like 4th and 13. They put this football at the Eagle 48-yard line. Clock running now with 6 minutes left to play in the game. Eagles 56, Faraday 22. Ellis in the shotgun. Going to feel some pressure. They're going to sack him.
They are.
The big loss on the play for Faraday as this Eagle defense comes around. Tell you what, a couple of Eagles back there in the backfield, Daniel, making it happen that time, and Desai Bradshaw was one of them.
Yeah, Landon Waller was the other one. I mean, just getting back, putting pressure.
Loss of 11 on the play.
Yeah, that'll be a turnover on downs, and the Eagles are going to try to chew as much of this clock up as possible. 5:49 left. I'm sure they don't have a huge interest in trying to put points on the board right here. That's not the most important thing. You're up 30-something points. They're going to run the ball. Might get to see Cooper Thomas here.
Well, it is an interesting. I'm not sure if Coach Fitzhugh burned a timeout there on the change of possession. Donnie's going to tell me he did. So with the timeout, it may give the Eagles an opportunity to put some substitutes. And I got to tell you, looking across the way, a lot of white jerseys.
Yeah, a lot of clean jerseys. Looks like Cole Vullion.
Clean linen.
Yep, is going to come into the game. Yeah, there's Luke giving his replacement here a little pat on the butt and wishing him luck.
Cole Vullion is going to come out to lead the Eagle offense. A lot of fresh faces.
Bright jerseys.
I got to say, Cooper Thomas has had a heck of a night
on the defensive side
of the ball for the Eagles. So you can definitely you can definitely tell that Cooper's had a little game time tonight. Vullion is going to lead the Eagles. Cooper Thomas will join him in the shotgun. One receiver split wide to the left, 2 to the right.
1st and 10 for the Eagles. Ball is placed at Trojans 41-yard.
Vullion will call for the ball. Gets a high snap from center, and unfortunately unable to get a handle on it. But he does get a great block. Looked like Thomas was able to kind of screen off one of the defenders, but it's going to be a gain of 1 yard on the play. That snap was high. He was unable to get to the mesh point with Thomas, and as a result, just kind of took what he could get and picked up a yard. 2nd and 9. Ball now at the Trojan 40.
5 minutes and 17 seconds.
Vullion in the shotgun. Thomas joins him in the gun. High snap from center again. This time it's Thomas. Thomas is going to try the outside, and he's going to actually lose a yard, or actually maybe lose 2 on the play. I have to wait and see where the official spot is, but it is. They'll back him up, and it's going to bring up 3rd down and, 3rd and 10.
3rd and 10 for the Eagles.
Clock running. Eagles trying to close this one out. Good playing time opportunity for some of these young guys. Number 11, Cole Voyon on for Luke Vadreen. Cooper Thomas line up at running back. Voyon's going to get about as much of this play clock down as he can. Good snap from center. Another high snap, though. Voyon is really just going to struggle. And now he's going to be dropped for a loss. Loss of 3 on the play, so now you'll be looking at 4th down and 13.
Punt unit's going to come back on the field, it looks like. Maybe.
Yeah, a lot of dirty uniforms are coming out on the field now, so that would indicate to me they're going to try and punt this football now. Having said that, we talked about the kicking game, but the Eagles hadn't punted that I can remember tonight.
This is their first possession without a touchdown.
So Voyon is going to have to punt this one. Again, on for a resting Gavin Polk. Voyon will stand at his 40-yard line. I will tell you this: earlier this year, I've caught some Cam Voyon punts.
Yeah.
Got a little bit of a leg, and there he shows it. And that one is going to be, if they get it checked up, that's going to go inside the 5 to the 2-yard line.
What a punt.
I told you.
What a punt.
He got a little bit of, as a matter of fact, sometimes we get here early enough, you get to go down on the field, catch a few punts. That punt covers 42 yards, no return. And it looks like they'll put this football at the 1-yard line. And, Cam's got a little bit of pop on his punting leg.
Yeah, always helps when you get a nice bounce like that. Good coverage by the Eagles there. They were not going to let it roll into the end zone.
No, that's a great job. And that's just what you want to do. 3 minutes left to play in the football game, up 56-22. Just don't give them anything easy.
A lot of dirty jerseys back out on the field.
Maybe defense is a little bit different.
Yep.
Caleb Ellis is going to go to work from his 2-yard line in the end zone to take his snap. Good snap from center. Ellis throws this one quick, and that's complete. And that's Kerryon Brown, and Brown is going to lose his footing a little bit on the outside, but Brown's going to pick up nice yardage. Gain of 12 yards on the play, and that's enough for a first down for the Trojans. Move the sticks.
Yeah, getting close to the 3-minute mark here.
If I'm not mistaken, Daniel, the Trojans may be out of timeouts.
They are out of timeouts.
First down and 10 for Faraday. Ball at their own 18-yard line. They keep this one on the ground. A nice running play that time and a nice hole, as that's going to be number 8 for the Trojans. That's Zai Alexander. Zai will pick up 18 yards on the play. Another really good run as the Trojans finding a little rhythm in the running game now. Would assume you'd see Ellis throwing this one down the field. Instead, the Trojans are running it. Ellis in the shotgun. 4 receivers part of the set. 2 right, 2 left. Good snap from center. He looks to throw, and he does. Got a man downfield as well. And that's going to be a touchdown for the Ferriday Trojans. Tell you what, I'm glad they didn't find all this rhythm early in tonight's contest because, boy, I tell you what, that was a beautiful pass that time. 68 yards in the air. Desmond Jefferson runs under that one. That's probably Jefferson's 3rd touchdown of the night.
It's at least his 3rd. I know he had 2 in the first half, and if he gets the ball in his hands, he will make you pay. He's fast. He outran our defense there. I saw him break on a deep post, and our defense was just having a tough time keeping up with him just on the route. And once he gets the ball untouched to the end zone.
These Ferriday Trojans refuse to go quietly into the night, man. It's a competitive group of young men. Ellis in the shotgun. He's going to throw another one, and that's going to be contested. Really good defense over there in the corner of the end zone. Maybe looked like Connor Robinson. I can't tell from here, but does a great job on the coverage that time, knocks it down, and the 2-point conversion is going to be no good. 2 minutes and 15 seconds left to play in the football game. Faraday 28, Ouachita Christian 56. The Eagles I think, are going to have an opportunity to end this football game right here.
Yeah.
But they're going to have to pick up a couple of first downs to do it.
I don't know what kind of kick we're expecting to see here. We've seen where they lay it down and flat on the ground and kick it. We've seen them try to kick it deep. They may try something, to try to, get possession of the ball here.
Well, Darian Brown,
they've got 11 people on the field and no kicker right now. There we go.
Is counting his men.
Yep.
And it looks like he may be trying to find out where he has to kick this one to get the most. It looks like they're going to have an overloaded left side. Of course, the Trojans will be kicking from right to left on your radio dial and our vantage point up here in the booth. So but his approach, no, this will be interesting. It looks like he's going to want to kick it right over here towards us in the press box.
The Eagles fully expecting an onside kick here.
And fully expecting it to go exactly where he's lined up. And that's what you'll see. And this one's going to take some big hops. But Turpin's going to secure it at the 20. Now he's at the 25 and goes down. And I don't know that you could do anything smarter.
No, that's what I was hoping to see.
What good comes from that, right?
Yeah, you know, you go fight down, for a few yards here and there, but the yards are irrelevant right here. You want to get 2 minutes over with as quickly as possible.
2 minutes and 9 seconds left to play in the football game. Ouachita Christian 56, Faraday 28. These young Eagles come back out on offense, led by number 11, Cole Voyan. Cooper Thomas will join him in the gun. This young Eagle offensive line as well. Faraday defense was having none of it a series ago.
Yep.
Voyan in the shotgun. Call for the ball. Gives this one inside to Thomas, and Thomas is going to push the pile, keeps pushing the pile, keeps his legs turning. That's a heck of a run that time from Thomas. As he pushes the pile, it's probably going to be enough for a first down, and it is. Gain of 10 on the play, and that first down brought to you by the fine folks at Community Pharmacy. First and 10 Eagles. Thomas with a nice 10-yard run to keep this clock rolling, and rolling it is. We're down to a minute and 30 seconds.
I did want to tell you something. I thought about Community Pharmacy, one of the sponsors of the 50th anniversary celebration.
Absolutely.
And speaking of that, I saw that they hung up the concept posters in the hallway the other day outside of the office at school. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that was a heck of an event, wasn't it?
It was great. It was
fantastic to be invited to be a part of that, and also fantastic to be able to recognize our first down sponsor, Community Pharmacy.
Yeah.
I've said it about 7,000 times. Had no idea really the history behind it or what it was, but it was great to see. They had a really nice presentation as well. The fine folks at Community Pharmacy. Gain of 5 yards on the play. It's going to bring up second down and 5 for this young group of Eagles, having a chance to get some very valuable experience against a good Faraday defense. We got 40 seconds left to play in this football game.
This will be the
I
last
don't know
play.
the Eagles yet. I think this will be it.
Victory formation.
As victory as you get when you run the shotgun exclusively. Voyan in the gun. Thomas will play safety. 2 up backs. Imagine Voyan will probably take an E and does. And Daniel, I think that's going to do it. And we're going to wait for the official to spot this one.
Yep.
And
we're down to 10 seconds. They hadn't spotted it yet. That'll be it.
We're waiting for him to wave it over his head so we can say ball game.
Yep.
He's still holding it.
Yeah, he's watching the clock, though.
Well, we didn't kick off until 7 either, did we?
No, that's right. That's right.
Ball game. The Ouachita Christian Eagles are going to come to Faraday. They're going to win this football game tonight, 56 to 28 against a really talented Ferriday Trojan football team
that just would not quit.
Wouldn't go away.
Yep.
Would not go quietly into the night. as the Eagles able to hang on tonight and win this one in a big way. All right, so now after you defeat Faraday.
Hey, it's Oak Grove week.
All right, it's Oak Grove week. You can say that right now. It's on. I mean, I've had so many people coming up to me saying, Oak Grove, Oak Grove, Oak Grove. I'm like, man, you got to play Faraday tonight.
You do.
And you know what?
We did.
We did. And I tell you what, man, Faraday has got some unbelievably talented guys out there on the football field, just unable to put it all together when they needed to the most, and more than that, unable to stop this Eagle offense. And Ouachita Christian's offensive line tonight was too much for them to handle.
It was, and Jefferson, number 10, was just an outstanding player at receiver. He had at least 3 touchdowns. Just a dynamic team, a dynamic quarterback with playmakers all over the field. But on the other side of that is this Eagles offensive line tonight just showed out, pushed down the field over and over and over again, made way for Macon Leonard, protected Luke Vadrine, opened up things for Jude Turner, and those 3 were just extremely effective tonight on the field to secure this win, to remain undefeated in District 2-2A, which sets up not only a rivalry game, but also a district championship on the line here.
Well, I'll tell you what you're getting to see right now is probably just as important as the football game we just got through going through, because right now it looks like Coach Johnson is going to bring the Eagles and the Trojans together to share a moment of prayer.
Yeah, hard-fought game between both teams. Lots of good sportsmanship. I mean, you can see the competitive nature and the frustration, at times for both teams. But a clean game. No holding calls. There was not a single holding call tonight. There was a couple personal fouls, but no holding calls. And maybe just a few false starts, but the Eagles had no dead ball penalties, so that was good to see them play clean like that. And then here, you put it all out there on the field, and then you come together and bow your heads, in prayer together.
Well, I'll tell you this: if you're not watching on the live stream, or if they've killed the live stream, I can't even tell you how cool it is to see both of these football teams at midfield here in Faraday sharing a moment of prayer.
Yeah,
and, coaches,
safety officers, all
absolutely. It's really a neat thing. Really a neat thing to be a part of. And great game tonight as the Eagles are going to come away victorious over Faraday, 56-28. Daniel and I are going to try to get out of here.
Yep.
This is we got a little bit of weather and we got some other things going on tonight. Pretty decent drive back to Monroe, but the Eagles are going to win this one. And right now, officially, it's Oak Grove week.
It is Oak Grove week. It's district championship week, and probably most importantly is it's time to set yourself up with a win. I mean, the Eagles are going to move up in power ratings, and next week can help even more with our positioning for the playoffs. So a lot on the line. A lot to look forward to. Coach's show coming up, probably be out Wednesday, I think. We'll talk about
it's Oak Grove week.
It is Oak Grove week, man.
Hey, want to thank everybody here at Faraday being so kind to us tonight. Great host, and just making us feel as welcome as they did. And it's been a great night for some high school football here. The weather's somewhat held out on us. Could have been a lot worse than it was, but
it was fine, I thought.
Yeah. Really, for us, yeah. Want to thank Mike Gray and, of course, Donnie Haley up here in the booth bringing us all the numbers. And it's been my privilege to bring you the play-by-play call tonight. Great win for Ouachita Christian as they're able to hold out against the Ferriday Trojans tonight, as it sets the stage for a big game next week against the Oak Grove Tigers for the district championship at Ouachita Christian School, Fitzhugh Field. Invite you to come back and join us then. You've been listening to Ouachita Christian Eagle football on the Ouachita Christian Eagle Sports Network. Thanks.